Hey, Editor Portal here with the latest episode of the Deadlands and Rising Heights. The Cowboy Boys are back for a short couple hours with proper introductions for most of us this time. Had an absentee, but that's life sometimes, you know? It's a pretty good mechanically inclined session with a bunch of roleplay and overall, grand old time. And next week, hopefully, an even grander one. Enjoy. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today we're
Good morning.
back to play some more D&D now that everything's set aside and the time has ticked. We'll see if Vega can manage to make it in a little bit. But we'll get started without him, and I'll bring us over to the Deadlands map real quick so we can get the kind of narrative intro and flow going. Last week, our travelers, our wonderful cowboys in the making, made their way to Katoris. So it was a long, several days long journey from the Wailing Walls, and it was a time. Throughout that, you guys kind of intermingled with each other, but proper introductions are still kind of lacking, so we'll get to that in just a bit. The big thing is, you guys arrived, met some of the residents of Katoris, only a couple, spoke with the local innkeeper and the Aaron, quote, Baron of the city, who said he'd speak with you early in the next morning to discuss the plans of everything going forward and what your roles would be here in the city. When you guys sat down to rest, however, early in the morning, very, very early, right before the sun really rose, trouble stirred on the streets as a group of bandits snuck past and made their way in. The five of you struck quickly and swiftly and eliminated them with minimal effort. Only one injury pick. Did it pretty smoothly, pretty effectively. Make sure you guys take your long rests if you haven't already. As you all
Good one.
fully rested up and now.
Nice.
So, after the incident, you all kind of make your way back to your rooms in the Resting Laurel. To your room, my bad. Your singular room in the Resting Laurel.
Yep.
And get all your stuff and call it a quiet evening. And the sun starts to rise on a brand new day. Let me, real quick. First to awaken is Luk'k. At the end of the long rest, everyone kind of dozing off. As the sun rises, you're the first to come up. Please introduce your character a little bit more clearly than last time, and let's get to what you do early this morning. I'll bring us over back to the resting laurels. One moment. It's the wrong one. 1 second. There it is. Resting laurels. Upper. And I'll move you guys all back into your various spots in the room. Luk'k is the first to awaken as dawn rises and the sun shines on what is probably going to be an alright new day. What do you do? And introduce yourself and your character.
Oh, jeez, I gotta do that. Okay. So Luk'k is a big guy. He's about 7-8 feet tall. You've seen him mostly wearing like a big dark duster type coat. You see when he walks around, he kind of has both two hands out and just like, but he sometimes he also just pops out two hands right under those from like holes in the duster. Those his top arms have fairly normal, but the lower ones are like insect like. They have weird joints, they bend in weird ways. They have hands, but like it's so weird looking at them. So he's definitely not human, and it's even easier to see when you realize that his helmet is his face.
Yes.
And like you can see his mouth when he moves. His eyes, you're not sure if he has eyes or if they're hidden somewhere, but
Does
but
he
you can't really find where his eyes are.
does he smell people? You'll never know. And I'll show you his token properly. Cool. And then he's got his faithful companion, Harark. And let's bring up that token.
He's a very good boy.
Currently
Most of the
not
time.
this big, but one day will be the biggest boy. A sharp reptilian form with a kind of crystalline carapace, lots of pointy bits, sharp teeth, sharp face, big old tongue that he likes licking with you, and it's kind of pointy too. It's not the greatest feeling. It's kind of grating almost. And he's again rolling
There's
around like
probably blood and gore on it at any given time.
that. He likes eating things, meaty things.
He's a hungry boy. He's a growing boy. He needs his meat.
Yes. He likes rolling around too. Cool. Perfect.
What's the name of the dinosaur again?
I can't.
Do you
I
do
mean,
you want his
like
name or do you
the
want
simple-
something you can pronounce?
You can call him.
Yeah, something I can pronounce.
You can call him Rrhak.
Rack.
Yeah, Rrhak's a good nickname.
Okay.
His full name is Rrhak Thaxorin.
Raktharaxin.
Yeah. So you're the first to stir. The day is yours. Where would you like to go?
That's a very good question, DM. Everyone else is still sleeping.
Mostly dozing off or out of their own
Alright.
place.
I guess I'm gonna fucking wait.
Cool. Next to stir and word and buzz to life is Handy. Please introduce your character a little bit more than last time. And I'll pull up your token for everybody to see.
Andy, just didn't go back to. No, just didn't need to go back to sleep. So he's been messing with his casting wand this whole time.
Clink, clunk, clink.
He
Clink, clink.
he is a warforged, which means the whole metal skin thing with the. But also, he's 2 meters tall with a fairly wiry frame. And you notice that his fingers look like Swiss Army knives.
Amazing.
As in, his tinker tools are in fact integrated into his fingers.
That's sick.
That's
I like
pretty
that.
sick.
And also, he wears a fake mustache on his face.
To make him look more human.
Yes.
The perfect disguise.
No one will ever know. It's that octo. It's that. It's that octo dad kind of clip of just like, is Handy normal? Handy. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Perfect.
Aside from that, he's got a big backpack full of seemingly random stuff.
Alright. Cool. Perfect. As you tinker away, is there anything you'd like to do early this morning?
Yes, I'd like to use the enhanced arcane focus infusion. Just
Oh boy.
trying to
Ooh.
find just trying to find a +1 casting thing in the items menu.
Are you trying to add it to your sheet?
Mm-hmm. Just
If you go to the item that you want to, because you're looking at 1 second. If you go over to the attributes tab, the special traits tab, you can see that it has all of the global bonuses you could add to your stuff for your spellcasting stuff at the bottom. And a whole bunch of other stuff.
thanks.
You are welcome. Next to introduce themselves, Verm. What do you do as you wake up this early morning?
Okay. Well, I've kind of told you a little bit about like what he looks like. He's a little kobold. His scales are red, and he's like, like I kind of told you last time, he's like covered on like he dresses with a lot of different stuff. Like his attire is just like maybe the art is not
The best representation. He's got like
the
three
best
dusters.
representation.
He's got like 3 to 4
Yeah,
dusters on himself at all
yeah,
times.
he has like a lot of coats and like watches on his arms and like two different hats, like no, the normal like leather hats like in the dart,
But there's
but like two
one
different
underneath.
ones for no reason. Like he has a lot of stuff on him, all different, like nothing matches.
He also goes clink 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 everywhere he walks.
Yeah, he has a lot of shit inside of there. Like he has a lot of pockets and little compartments where he keeps his stuff. Uh, he kind of like whenever he casts a spell, he's him looking in all of those pockets to find like he can't remember the incantations exactly, so he has to look for the piece of paper or whatever he wrote the spell in, so he can cast it. Um, yeah, and he's like 2 feet, like 2'5" or something. Like he's pretty small. Um, and he always like on top of being so small, he always kind of walks hunched. Uh, so yeah. I guess when Verm wakes up, he probably takes like he's sleeping in the fireplace. I think I said last time.
Right.
Um, like just keeping to himself, he's gonna take out his little crab friend C.
Snip, 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 snip,
Um,
snip.
and he's gonna put in front of him, like he's not gonna say anything. He's gonna put in front of the crab, the bone that he got from the bone
Yeah,
guy,
the femur.
the
Bone leg.
femur, and the eyes that
Ye-
he kind of took from the dead bandits.
To you,
And
my
he's just
good
gonna
sir,
see,
I am taking a bone.
and he just waiting if the crab does something.
Roll me a d20, please.
Oh boy. Okay.
So you see him.
Wow.
You see him kind of
Oh.
scurry over to
Wow.
the bone. He grabs it and he just lifts it up, and then he throws it at the wall, and it bounces and just dink, bounces off, and then he looks at it, and then he starts playing kind of this sort of pseudo game of bonk 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 bonk, tossing the bone at the wall, making a lot of noise, which stirs our last party member, or at least our last currently present party member, Kanth, to the waking world. Please, if you could describe Kanth a little bit more and give him a proper intro.
Kanth is probably a late middle-aged human from what he looks like. Long, tangled black hair sort of falls down from the top of his head to just about the bottom of his shoulders. You see streaks of gray sort of in it, as well as in his beard. Probably in your travels, you've seen it grow out to a substantial length and see it sort of curl and become sort of matted and tangled. And every once in a while, he'll take a razor to it and cut it, but he sort of prefers it in the sort of unmanaged way. He doesn't stand too tall, but he's not an unintimidating man. He's probably about 6 foot. Medium build. He looks like he's definitely served in the military by the amount of scars on his face and the sort of physicality of him. Very friendly demeanor, calm in most situations. And as I wake up, I'm just gonna stretch,
Dunk,
look at everybody else sort of doing their own thing, and
dunk.
I'll just go ahead and take my water skin, take a big old sip from that, and see if I can't find maybe downstairs or maybe going around somewhere eventually once we're able to refill it up.
Cool. As Kanth thinks, you hear a ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. And you guys see that the crab has started smacking the actual fireplace with a bone. Just thunk, 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 thunk. Are you just watching me? This makes a bunch of noise.
I'm
Does
just
he
looking at
always do that, Vern?
Don't pay attention to him, please. He's weird sometimes.
He hits you in the knee with the bone.
God damn it! Don't do that. That hurts. You know that hurts.
Is
Sorry.
Rock awake?
Yeah, and you.
Is he Yeah, he's just watching the crab.
Side eyeing it, like you can see it licking its lips.
I'll grab the crab and tuck it into my coat.
It like swings the bone around one more time, and then you stuff it in your coat.
Yeah.
He knows where to find the crab now.
Is this a
Oh god.
a real crab or like a mechanical crab?
No, like a real crab.
It's a real crab. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, just making sure.
Yeah. He's my familiar. So
All right,
Right.
awesome.
And heading downstairs then as you leave. For now, we'll say he's resting until Pingu can get around. Alao is just out like a lamp. Sleepy time. One second, let me load up the item.
I'll wake him up when he's more rested. He had a hell of a night.
It's true.
right.
I'm just bringing you guys down to the stairs. If you would like, you can move your tokens over to the stairwell.
I actually don't see my token
You
anywhere. It's just like a tan screen.
reload
Y-
your. If you
you
click
can,
escape,
Gosh.
Better reload. Yeah.
and now sniff.
I'll probably stop Luke at this point to like tug on his, because he's fucking tall, tug on his
Yeah, he's a large boy.
on his robe or whatever he's wearing.
Duster.
His duster, sorry.
We are in the Wild West after all.
Yeah, after all. And Verm will say, Mr. Luke,
Hmm.
I don't want to assume or anything, but your dinosaur friend was looking kind of hungrily at my crab friend.
Sniff.
I'll kind of inch away a little bit from the dinosaur.
He is currently small size, so it's kind of like a dog. Just
Yeah.
nose in your coat, like, what you got there? Smell bacon?
Yes, you might want to be careful around him.
Are you?
What do you
fool?
mean?
I-
What do you mean careful?
Sniff.
I mean, he's not exactly happy just eating meat that's been left around, and if he gets a choice to, I mean, I can tell him what not to do, but there's a limit.
He can get real
Oh.
hungry. Sniff.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I don't think he'll eat you. Mostly just for the crab's sake, you know. If you like that crab, maybe be careful.
you see him sniffing
Oh,
over the
okay,
edge,
hold on.
and then he
I gotta go. Give me a minute.
you see him sniffing over the edge, and there's hop down.
Yeah,
And there's a crash below.
sorry, I got
Holy
it.
shit.
I gotta deal with that.
Is he all right? Is he gonna be okay?
Oh yeah, he's fine. It's like rubber,
He's like rubber.
except much more destructive.
Absolutely. And I'll activate you guys over to the rest of the morals proper. As you come downstairs, you can see that Rock is like sniffing over at Keeper Ola's, and like just full sprint, and she's just like looking at
Sorry,
him.
sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna pull him back.
He's like
sorry.
sniffing like hungry dog, and Ola
Pull.
says it's fine.
Bring
Food will be
bring him
served
back.
momentarily. Good morning, boys. Glad
Good
to see that
morning.
you slept well.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
are there any like leftovers on any of the tables?
No,
Food
because
leftovers
nobody
over
was
there.
here to eat except you
Shit.
guys.
Okay. All right.
But she is, you can see, once now that she knows you're awake, she's just one moment. She steps into the kitchen, closes the door, and you see in the back, she finally turns on one of the lights, one of the few working lights in this place, which is actually just an oven. So, that's nice.
Yeah, I definitely see that light.
That's way too bright.
Hey, anyone mind lending me one of their weapons for a moment? I want to try something.
I would hand you mine. It's a little. I mean, if you want
Luke
to try,
goes ahead and gives
That
you his.
thing scares me, honestly.
yeah, it scares me too.
Luke's gonna go ahead and give you his knife, which he gives you a knife, but it's less of a. It's closer to a sword, honestly. It's really fucking big.
It's a Luk'k-sized knife, which means like a short sword. You can
Fun.
see it's like a curved blade with a lot of notches in it, like it's a hunting knife.
Do you float, Luck, or is that just your character?
No, he's standing. That's just part.
Okay.
That's just the art.
He doesn't
I
float
just
yet.
understand.
But
And he doesn't have a jacket,
It
but
does
that's
kind
in
of
the
go
art.
down. It does go down past his knees, like a ways,
Oh, okay.
All you can
because
see
it's
are
like a
like his,
duster. It goes down all
all
the
you
way.
see is boots.
Handy is just going to etch some things into the handle, and it's now a +1 short sword. Or for you, though, for Luck, it would still be a knife.
Oh,
Sit. You can see that
well, I
after you're done carving, you can see that Rock is just sniffing at your feet, Andy. Just like you kind of feel a coarse tongue over the metal. As he licks you.
Don't
Dude,
think
there's
I
nothing-
taste good.
dude, there's nothing there for you. Come on.
He looks at you, kind of like whining, like.
I know. We'll find something. Give me a minute.
And then a little bit later, just a couple minutes, Ola comes back and she serves first Kanth and Verm. Kanth gets a nice, warm, kind of bread and some kind of. You really haven't had this fruit, Kanth. It's a new one for you, but it looks like it was this kind of almost pineapple style, green and blue, prickly fruit that smells kind of sweet. In addition to that, there's just a nice bit of cooked. Not necessarily, you don't know what meat it is because of the way it's been cooked, but it smells all right. Pretty edible. For Verm, you get a piece of moldy bread, like a pretty thick piece of moldy bread. With as you sniff at it, you can hear the little maggots inside.
Perfect.
Take my plate and just sort of scoot it to the side away from the maggot bread.
Just-
No offense, Verm. I just don't like maggots in my food. I hope you can understand.
Are you sure they're pretty good?
You know, I'll have to take that offer up on you some other time, Verm. I'm gonna eat my weird green and blue fruit.
Right, I'll keep you in mind. Anytime I'm eating maggots, I'm gonna offer it to you so you can try it if you want.
Much appreciated, Verm. Much
Oh.
appreciated.
He's
I'm
sniffing at your
also-
bread. He's sniffing at your bread.
I'll try to ignore the fucking dinosaur trying to eat me.
Dude, you don't even need bread. You're not gonna get anything from that.
He smells
gonna
the meat.
I'm gonna smell my
maggots?
meat.
He's a hungry boy. He hasn't eaten a good meat. Actually, no, he ate yesterday. He's just a greedy fat boy.
Yeah.
Can I sneak rock my my slab of quote unquote meat?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I'm just gonna toss it to him. He's like, "Here you go, boy."
He
You know,
hops
you
up.
need it more than I do.
He's gonna encourage that. He's gonna. We're probably gonna find something later.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And then again, with the second plate, Handy, as I recall, you didn't ask for anything for breakfast. So, Rook, you get a nice, similar meal to Kanth. And you see her kind of on the other plate, this big slab of uncooked, kind of grayish meat from something you haven't encountered yet. You can roll me a nature check if you like. But she tosses it towards Rook, who just.
Sure, I'm okay at nature.
Eh,
You know, as okay as a level 2 person can be.
Hey, a 13 isn't bad. With a 13, you can definitely tell it's probably a beast of some kind from just the shape of it. It looks like it was probably some sort of thigh that was sliced and not really cooked, but enough that it was treated in some way, so it wasn't just strictly raw.
Okay.
You can't quite tell.
I mean, it's probably mainly served for people. So
Say, Ola, I have a quick
Mhm.
question if you got time.
Absolutely.
You got animals in this place?
As cattle and livestock, not anymore, but there are some beasts not too far out that are pretty solid for meals and the sort.
Hmm. You said you had cattle at one point. What happened to them?
Bandits, thieves, abandonment, starvation, the usual.
Interesting. That's all. We thank you for your hospitality, by the way. Appreciate the warm meal and comfortable beds. So,
It is my job to serve. And she gives you like an honest smile, and you hear a rattling coming from one of the main doors.
Oh, here it comes.
Here he comes.
It's our boy.
Do-do-do-do. You can
The
just
one and only.
you can't see him through the door, and he steps out. And he's behind a crate. You can't see him. Ta-da! He arrives. Kind of full stride, like not necessarily happy, but very much energetic stride. Let me get the a little bit soft guitar. That was his theme. Nah, we'll go back to regular cowboy. You see, Ewan steps up. Good morning, boys. How you doing? And he like, again, can't smile, but like the rattle of his skull, and they kind of like da 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 as he moves forward is very expressive. As he doot doot doot, kind of moseys on up. How goes your breakfast?
good. Good.
Fine.
Verm.
Pretty good. Do you want some maggoty bread?
Yeah, sure. Give me a bite.
Nice. And I'll take a
You take a
piece
chunk.
of it.
You take a chunk. You see him open his jaw, put it in, and you hear a doo 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 doo. And he like reaches one leg under his pantaloon, and he just catches the piece of bread before it hits the ground. And he hands it back to you. Thank you very much. Much obliged. It was quite delicious.
But the dust from the ground adds so much flavor. Why catch
Um,
it?
It's good, right? Tell
Mm.
my friend Kanth here how good it is. He doesn't want to try it.
You see his skull kind of
No,
up and
I
down, like he
didn't say
was,
that.
like he's tasting, like, but he doesn't have lips or a tongue, so it's just clack 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 clack. Yeah, no, it's quite edible.
Well, I'm
It's
glad
quite
you all
edible.
enjoy it.
Yes. I do hope I'm not interrupting anything with your breakfast.
I mean, technically you are, but we're not bothered by it.
Fantastic. He just like cuts you off. Good news and bad news. First, you do have more things to attend to early this morning. As soon as you might want to rush it up. The caravan leader is getting a little bit antsy after the initial attack from the bandits earlier this morning. But he says he's ready for you, and he seems quite insistent on an obscene amount of paperwork, which I would happily take on for you if he allowed me to, which he has not.
Oh. Oh, I'm done here. I had a very nice. What was that fruit, Ola, that you served me? What was it called?
They're called the sweet fruit. They
Yes.
grow on some of the, and she like looks for a word to match what she thinks your general dictionary, like what you're used to hearing. You could call it the bush. They grow on bushes of a sort.
Yeah. That sweet fruit was mighty delicious. So I think I'm good for the day. So I'm ready to start if everybody else is.
What a guy.
Could
What
not
a
have said
guy.
it better myself.
Sniff, sniff.
All right.
He looks at you. He still hungers for more.
Yeah, we'll find something.
He's a growing boy. He needs to eat.
Yeah. Yep. He eats too much.
A munch calls for him. All right. If you get
I mean, I probably didn't eat my whole bread. I'll pocket some of it.
pocket
later.
molded bread. All right, moldy maggoted bread. Noted.
Yes.
As soon as you put it in your pocket, you hear a snip, and like your crab moves it to a different pocket, like tosses it.
Yeah. There he goes.
Jeez, no wonder why you can't find anything.
He's
Yeah,
kinda nasty.
he's an asshole. But I like him.
I mean, if you say so.
He's an asshole, but he's my asshole.
Yeah.
Moment. So you guys are all stepping out to follow the mayor once you're done eating, or follow. Ewan.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and place down a silver piece for Ola for a tip or whatever.
How do you spell the mayor's
EWIN.
WIN? Okay.
I'm bringing.
I have last silver.
Ooh, bless you. All right, moving. As soon as you guys are done, Ewan is gonna like clap his hands together and just like onwards, and just walk very quickly through the dilapidated streets of Katoris. Sniff, 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 sniff. Loading screen time. Let's go. Loading screen back over. You walk through the kind of ruined city, which you guys haven't been here too long. But through the main streets, which this map doesn't represent. This is the outer skirts of it. But like you see a bunch of buildings that have been worn and torn over the years, and you get like in the daylight a proper view of it. And you have a feeling this place could have been great once, but whatever happened here definitely ruined its chances at that. Stepping through, you can see a lot of the lights, and you can hear a lot more chatter from the people in the storage houses who seem to be discussing stuff. Ewan doesn't seem phased by them, and he just keeps walking off.
Oh, okay. I'll follow.
Sniff, sniff.
There we go.
Into the void. The next loading screen. Second.
So it's like early morning at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go. And let me get the other music. 1 second. Yeah. You start stepping out towards this nice section of grass land, not too far from the edge of the forest, and not too far from the edge of Katoris itself. And you see a couple of tents have been propped up over the course of the last evening. Very hastily, but expertly done. Like, this is not the first time this caravan has done this sort of work. They've propped up on the other side of the river from the bridge you crossed earlier, and you can hear the chatter and buzzing about of several people. There, you see there's not too many, about maybe 40, 45 people here that are probably... you don't quite know their stories, but they look like they're working hands and capable in enough a way that it might be super useful to have their help.
Do they look similar in any way to the bandits we fought last night?
They do not. They most of them are actually dressed more formally in the usual Racine attire. Like, you guys are out here in dusters and cloaks because you guys are travelers. These guys are dressed in nicer uniforms that are like these very long pants with rope sort of rope-ish belts, and like blues and greens with kind of open shirts that you can see like their pecs. Kind of some of them wear heavier coats. Some of them wear like full helmets and stuff like that. They're carrying a whole bunch of supplies and resources, and you can see like wood, stone. Well, not too much wood, just a little bit of wood, and a lot of ullin here in big old crates.
Particular like what's the word? Like spread of like races and
You can roll me a history check to try to identify if it's normal or strange, because there are from human to dragonborn to a couple of minotaur. With an 11, it's a pretty diverse.
Whoops, sorry.
It's diverse. It's more diverse than you might have expected from a place like this, and they don't seem to be the usual dichotomy between most people is like the humans are generally like overseers and everybody else is like working away. You see here, there's a less of that distinction, and it seems most everybody here is content to put their part, or at least they are putting their part without complaining. Is this the right theme? I hope it is.
I don't know if you had anything you wanted to say, but at some point, whenever we have time, I want to go over to some of the people working, and I want to talk to some of them.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. 1 second. I forgot to put his good old Ewan, who starts walking up. But if you would like to go speak with the workers here as you walk through, you absolutely may.
Yeah, I'm more of a working class kind of man, so I'll go over and speak with them when I get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Ewan starts striding forward, and you can overhear conversation between what looks to be, and you can all roll me Arcana checks, a humanoid man with kind of droopy ears, twin curling horns. 18, nice. 21, nice.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, nice. And then wow, you guys are all just super well educated.
Rolled a nat
continues.
1 and then a nat 20.
Who's wearing green clan attire. He has a little symbol that he's hidden away. He's got a big old, big boots. Like, he's a pretty small dude, about 4 or 5. But he has this presence about him. And the person he is speaking to is a small cat, which I will also use that Arcana check for what you know about them, who all of you recognize as a Felis, which is not a native race to Racine. They are definitely from other places and continents. But they're not impossible to find. They're just a rarity. And let me just add them to the stage and show you guys their tokens properly. So you guys can see their names, which are great.
Does Rrhak get hungry when he sees the cat?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping a hand on him.
So
Keep
first-
him where he is.
First, I'll show you Mutai's artwork. Yes. And then Nuxie's artwork. Very happy with this. And as you guys approach, and Ewan is chatterboxing as usual, you can hear, you overhear kind of a little bit of not necessarily a spat, but they were definitely arguing about something, and it's like, that's not why I'm not gonna. Those rates are. You're joking, right? And you hear Nuxie go, "Well, if I was joking, I would have told you so. I'm not joking. That's the rate." And you see Mutai go, "Of course." And Ewan says, "Good morning, sirs. It's a pleasure to meet you. Your traveling companions," and he motions to you guys, "have arrived to speak with you about those papers." And both of them kind of turn like, shit. Like they weren't expecting this early in the morning.
To deal with fucking
Ewan, yeah. Who's like-
skeleton man.
He does a little bow. All right.
No one's ever prepared for Ewan.
I'll just sit right here very patiently and let them sign it so I can sign it and get everything in order. And he just sits here very patiently staring. And you see both of them kind of just blink. And they look to each other. And then they look to you. And Nuxie steps forward. And he says, "All right, you're, You see him, reach into his sleeve. Pull out a little notebook. Yep, that one is... And he points at you, Kanth. Yes. Kanth, correct?
Yeah, that's me. Not gonna help.
Perfect.
I want to put out my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know if this person is very, very small or.
Oh yeah, the
what
Felis
size.
is very small. It's like an actual cat-sized cat, and he just kind of looks up at you. He's like, "High five,"
All right.
because he has to hop up to reach your hand. And you are the handy one, I think it was. And he just steps back after you, Handy. He doesn't seem to acknowledge you as a person. Session 1, baby. Casual racism, always. He looks at you, Luck, and he's like, "You are a Rrhak something, right?"
No, that would be him. He points toward the dinosaur that he is still keeping a hand on, especially when the cat comes up.
You see him step forward confidently, and he
You
moves
don't-
to
you don't-
he
you don't
moves
wanna
to
do-
he
you don't
moves
wanna
to
do
pet
that.
him, and it's just
Don't-
like ha.
Don't
ha.
do that. Don't do that.
Moves his hand back, very aggressive. So that makes you.
I would use the word hungry.
Does that make you Verm? No, wait, that's the. He looks at you, and you
No.
can see over him into his notebook, and you see a picture of a dumb lizard face that is poorly drawn, and it kind of looks like you if you add horns and push back the snout. And he's like, "No, that makes you which one are you?"
Luke.
Ah, okay, perfect. Just Just bookkeeping, no worries. And you can see that he's like scribbling next to each name after he confirms. And that makes
I was-
you Verm.
I was probably hiding behind some crates.
Hello.
Whoa!
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, attendance confirmed. Perfect. All of you are still alive. Fantastical. Flip through it. For the nature, and you see him step up on this barrel. For the nature of your deal, and you guys can all see Mutai just sits down like, this is gonna take a while. For the nature of your deal here with the good Lord, you all understand your position, correct? As individuals and a group.
Actually, not particularly. I'd like some clarification, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. And you see him pull out a sheet of paper. Just before that, could all of you sign right here and here? Then he motions to two very distinct kind of paragraph sections that he wants you to put your signature on.
Can I, just before anybody signs, just sort of step up and take it and read through it and see what it says before
There's,
we
like,
sign our soul away?
There's just one paragraph at the top of it because it has space for all your signatures, and it says the attendance sheet.
Oh. I hand it back to him.
Perfect. Once you all sign it, and he hands it back to you to sign. You gotta just like pass it back. He's like, no, you need to sign it, and then he. Yeah. The nature of your deal is quite simple. You all, and he motions to you, are responsible for the good upkeep and prosperity of our new settlement. And he looks over to Ewan, which was previously, air quote, managed by the good Ewan. Ewan, like skull tip, hat tip, and are going to be placed in charge of most of its major resources, from the good Lord in terms of construction, planning, and all those sorts of things. You can consider yourself now official landowners. Well, once you sign the sheet, anyway.
This isn't a deed. This is just a.
No, that's the attendance sheet. Yeah, I need that. It's for my for my report back.
I'll hand it back to him a second time.
Did you sign it?
Definitely not.
No. You need to sign it. He hands it back to you. This is proof. This is the evidence for the good Lord that you all agreed and understand the tenets and that you showed up on time.
Okay. Who the hell is this good Lord, by the way? Am I missing something?
Lord, you can roll me a history check, but to reference who exactly he's talking about, but you have an inkling suspicion, which makes it with a 20, you remember part of the person responsible that you owe a favor for your ability to travel freely was the Lord Telianfer, who this cat seems to be referring to.
And he's like
You don't know his dancing, but he looked like a noble, well dressed, who kind of just gave you this and said he'd call on his favor at some point. And this is why you're in the Deadlands.
Yeah, I guess I have to sign this. Yeah, I'll sign it. I'll hand it to Handy. And
Thank you. Much appreciated. Yes. One of you is, and he looks at Rrhak. Is that a bat?
What?
He looks at Rrhak. Is that the bat? Or are they two?
No,
Did he eat the bat?
No, I don't think so. Did he eat the bat?
He did not.
I look at Rock and like, did you eat the bat?
I
Blah.
think he's still asleep.
Blah. You see him open his mouth. Okay, fantastic. Just get him to sign that later, or at least send me a letter that's signed. Something for the sheet. Anyway, so with that out of the way, all of this stuff and emotions of the entire caravan camp, for the most part, is under your care and concern. I'm not so much of a industrial planner as I am a shipment manager and a very good accountant. I like numbers. Any questions about what you need to do? Oh, by the way, you do have a time limit to fix this shithole. Very nice town. You have until the third spring after today. So, 3-ish springs sound? Yeah. That's good.
yeah, I think that was the deal.
Yep. Fantastic. Any questions? I presume one of you at least has some. Some of you has at least a little bit of experience in politics. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why he chose you.
The fellow that you were arguing with before. What's his name?
You see Mutai steps up. Mutai, pleasure to meet you. And since he's so rudely forgot, he puts a heavy hand on Nuxie's head. This is Nuxie, the caravan's accountant and manager's a strong word.
What's your function in this?
Yeah, I'm the actual caravan shipping manager. I manage the people, the supplies, the flow, and I have a feeling you'll be speaking to me quite a bit in regards to this. Doesn't seem like you guys are self-sufficient yet. And he extends a hand to shake. And before I forget, with the Arcana checks you guys all made earlier, you know that this man has been altered by a divine spirit in one way or another. Telltale sign, the twisting weird black horns on his head, and just this kind of aura of magic around him. You guys can't quite pinpoint how he was affected. Verm, you have a feeling it's very similar to your own affliction, but there's no like guaranteed way without asking to be 100% certain.
Yeah, when realizing this, Brum will probably take the crab out
Snip, snip,
and
snip.
like really silently ask him, is he bad?
He
Do we
looks,
have to avoid him?
he looks at you and he says, "Everybody bed!"
All right, checks out. And I'll poke at him.
Put him in the bag.
Yeah.
Yep. And unlike good old Nooksy, I don't have any sort of paperwork for you to fill out, contrary to that fucking skeleton's.
Yeah, that's
suggestion.
kind of the strange part. Why don't you have paperwork? Do you have a shipment list?
No,
List
Nooksy
of
has.
names?
I told him we had a paper for you to air quote sign because I, to be frank, didn't want to enlist and put the service of all my men under a fucking crazy skeleton.
No, that's smart. That was smart.
Ewan
You should have
says,
done that.
"I am. Hello. I feel like somebody's talking about me. Is it you?" And he looks at you. Are you speaking of me, little one?
I'm always speaking at you. You're very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, no.
Thank you.
No way in hell.
Hey, E, if you want, you're done here. If you want to just go ahead and head on back to the hall or the tavern or whatnot, take a load off. I think we got a handle here.
I got a little bit of management to do with some of the men. Make sure all the unloading is done safely after that.
No,
Russell?
we got it. We got it. I
Roll
promise.
me a persuasion check. He looks. He was like, "I appreciate the offer, but I earned my keep." And you see him kind of step off to go speak to some of the men who seem more rattled by recent events, and to make sure that they're doing their job properly. Nuxie, however, just kind of turns and looks at you. All right, now that you've all signed, right? Can you put a paw print from your little buddy on the paper?
If you want, can you? I can try.
He licks Nuxie's face, and like you see him kind of like start to close his jaw around it as soon as Nuxie gets too close. Like,
Right.
No, no bite. Oh, that's a good point though. And he slaps the paper to his face, and you see a little bit of fur pulls off from the wet. That counts. Yeah. That's good enough.
All right.
And then you see him roll up the thing, put it in a little scroll container, and then put it in his bag. So, what do you guys want to do here? Or, in terms of paperwork, who do you want me to send to do what? I'm technically like their boss, but your boss. You're my boss, sort of. Not really. Kinda. I'm the middleman.
I feel like we're your boss.
Okay. Okay, boss. I like that. And
Oh,
you see
is
Ewan is
Ewan
just
still next to me?
yeah, he's just watching the whole.
I'll probably tug in his coat and ask him. Mr. Ewan, you seem like you know your way around stuff.
Well, what kind of stuff?
The little cat, whatever, over there said something earlier, and
Yeah.
I think you know stuff. What is politics?
Ah, I see. And he looks at you like very sagely. I believe that is the interaction between individuals of power seeking to further their own gains and ruin everything that they touch. I advise you stay out of it. It simply isn't suited to you. Me, however, I am a fantastic politician.
So you like to ruin things?
Officially speaking,
Yes.
no.
Who said that? Damn.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like? And this is the first instance of actual decision making in terms of your base building. What first building would you like to? Well, you guys can commission whichever combination you want because you have space for two. Where do you want to allocate those resources? This is the part where I just sit back and I let you fucking spreadsheet manage this stuff. If you have
Are
questions,
these workers living here as well?
yes, they will be.
Is there
There is
they
housing.
still be staying?
Yeah, there's mint housing that improves. It's one of the structures that improves. Like, it is one of the base structures that improves with more people and more time. It is under the current status of Katoris. It is one of the 3 buildings that you guys started out with.
I wanna look over to Handy, and I wanna say, so, what do you think about where we need to start? Like, do you need a workshop or anything to do some more fancy stuff? I know you're probably more uh, constructively gifted, if that makes sense.
I feel like sorting out food is a good place to start.
That makes a lot of sense. Is there like a general place where we would have? I guess we don't know necessarily where, but if we look around real quick, is there any place that they're like unloading food, or they're taking it, or where?
There are resources for food, but the big thing is the town of Katoris is currently bleeding money and resources, so it needs to. The first objective is to make it self sufficient, or at least enough that you can stopgap the bleeding of its resources.
Yeah, actually,
Don't last forever.
for the first time and never, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. What exactly does this town sell to make money, or resource that it has that nowhere else has?
Are you asking Ewan?
Yeah.
Ewan looks at you and he says, "Well, at first it was wood. That didn't pan out quite well after the trees started attacking people. But we managed. After that, we tried a fun little thing where we got all the people that we could together and sold parties, technically, I guess is how you could say it. That didn't pan out either after the second bandit attack and several burnings of important structures. After that, there was, and you see him counting those figures, the rats, the rodents, lizards. Yep, that dude. A lot of things. We've tried pretty much everything, but there's nothing special about Katoris, at least not in my opinion, outside of it being a border town, and we could technically stranglehold trade out, but there's other places that do it better. If you want my humble opinion, I think the only way we're getting any money is to go take it from places.
Well, that's out of the question, but
Well, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be from town. And he looks at you, as I presume, a little bit presumptuous, of course, and maybe asinine. You guys aren't native to the Deadlands, correct?
No.
no.
Ah, yes, then you don't know. This place is filthy rich in all sorts of resources. We have minerals, metals, magic, food. Well, some types of food, if we can harvest it safely. All sorts of things that most places in the rest of the continent do not have any inkling of. It's all strange, wondrous, and very profitable. If we could safely gather it.
Well, see, I thought you were describing banditry. If you're just describing a little bit of friendly mining, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yes. Of course, we'd have to take the spots to mine from whatever is holding them now. There are monsters, sometimes bandits, and more monsters. Which is why I presume you are all here to be our cleanup crew. And he gives you a kind of like skull tilt, like, pretty please.
Well, thank you for your opinion, E. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you. I'm very rarely appreciated. He like moves over, pats Rock on the head, and then sits on this crate right here, waiting to be asked more questions.
What's the crate made out of?
A mixture of Ilin, metal, and nails.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah, things that look wood are very rarely wood on maps. It's just hard to get a resource that looks like that.
Right. Just curious.
I want to actually ask a little bit about what's it called? Illithid?
Ilin.
Illin.
Mm-hmm. It is a kind of chitinous substance that, when melted down and treated properly, is as stable and flexible. You can think of it sort of like polyester and like plastic, in how versatile it is, but it's a lot more difficult once it's solidified in place. It's used as a building resource and storage and pretty much every essential that they can fit it in.
How does one, I'm thinking as far as like how this town would make money. This seems like a very important resource.
It's usually
are the resources available to us
very
to make
common.
it? Yeah, it seems like as common as wood. So
yeah,
do we have the resources to make it and export it and sell it?
Not here, because Ilin farms are super like territorial dependent. The entirety of the Reflective Hills are one super mega farm that supports the rest of Racine's construction work. That's why it's such an important region.
So it's like very like, is it like a plant that's grown and?
As far as you are aware, as Kanth, there are these kind of big spires that grow them out, sort of like weird crystal trees that they kind of cut down occasionally or harvest off of. You can think of it like taking bark off a tree in the way that is usually harvested. All right. If there's anyone you would like to ask who knows that, you could ask Luk'k. But he has opinions. Because as you guys would probably have noticed at one point or another, that chitin around his like more insectoid features that he reveals seems to be of a darker tone, but same kind of reflective material as Dylan. Because his skin is made out of the same stuff.
Interesting.
If you can call it skin.
It's an exoskeleton, but it's the same thing. But it is a resource that is plentiful enough for you guys to import regularly. That's part of the money cost in building, right?
Yeah.
Importing more Ilin to build more buildings or repair old
I was thinking more of like we'd make money off it, undercut the supply in the wherever else it came from.
Oh, like cut a stranglehold onto the imports? Oh yeah, you could absolutely do that. You just have to. I'll move you guys over to the land maps real quick. The three places of which that resource can very easily pass through are super up north here. There's a passageway that is used. Boundary Bay is right here. There's a lot of shipping coming in and out because they use the river to go out to the ocean sometimes. It's more going up than down with some funky mechanisms. And then over in Katoris is the third place where it's usually important. So you guys can, for a time, try to stranglehold it, but it's a resource that people will fight you for regularly. So if that's what you want, you could absolutely try that. There's also.
I was more thinking like,
But if
export it back to the.
Oh yeah, no, the mainland has it cheaper, way cheaper.
But I mean, if we can't do that, like, how does Katoris?
I get Ilan. It is delivered.
No, just make a profit. Like, what does the town do to
The town
keep
itself,
itself up?
you guys can, if you would like, set up a couple sections of forestry. There are plentiful hills nearby that you could set up mines and farms and that sort of stuff. It's kind of fluid in terms of the exact nature of what you guys want to get there. It's just the style of profit is important. If you guys want to be the main source of income by adventuring, finding out dangerous places, and bringing back shit tons of gold to hold the flow while you guys get Katoris to have exports and, let's say, vice dens or other like uh, extremities and attract people like that. That's one way. Now you can make it a tourist town.
Wait, are we just trying to make this town like nice?
Currently, you're trying to make it so Katoris is not bleeding out all of its resources, because it is not self sufficient at the moment.
Gotcha. Copy
Yeah, I
that.
can think of 3 structures that we'd probably need to get to set up as soon as possible.
Farm.
Which one was that gonna be?
Yeah,
What would
farm.
be-
Farm, jail, and wanderer's den.
I need to look at that Wanderers then.
Wonders
look at
then
that.
is okay. I mean, if you're planning to, like, head out and what Portal just said, just like try to find cool shit and
Bring money back like that.
bring money back, then we definitely need a Wonders then.
Yeah, because that's 1/4 of the original travel times.
It should
Yeah.
be noted now that you guys have people in Katoris and you accepted your contract. I can change the income from the Resting Laurels. Oh no, I already did that. Sweet. So right now the building's paying for themselves, or the Resting Laurel, and Ewan's perk is paying for the town hall. So the only management that is being paid right now is the upkeep on the housing. So if you guys can make enough of a profit to pay off that, you guys can stopgap the loss of resources.
Wait, what does the upkeep mean? Like, how much?
Every month,
money
how
costs?
much money keeping everything in good top condition.
Okay,
And
Mhm.
enough
In
income.
thousands.
thousands, right?
Correct.
Okay. And is this, like, from what we know, is this town like one of the first towns people visit when they are going into the Deadlands?
It is one of the easiest access points. Yeah, people don't often
Right.
visit because it's not usually an attractive thing, but you can make it one, right? Like you can be the reason people would want to travel and start up trade. It should be noted, even though the structures aren't there, if you guys do discover resources out in the world that you can loot, and like make a good profit off. For example, there are magic mines that have special resources that you guys could get if you clear them out enough to establish it in the first place. And then you can build stuff like that, structures like that. You just don't have access to it because you haven't found any yet, any wells of resources. Yeah, that makes
I mean, I don't want to be, what's the word? Forward, but my thought process is that, okay, we have a lot of people here. If what it seems like is very profitable, the wealth of the land, what's already out there, we should possibly think about training more people that are like ourselves,
Yeah.
send out groups of them as well. We can have multiple copies of us essentially doing work,
Yep.
coming back out.
that is
Attract
something
more
you can-
people through. They'd come to Katoris because they'd get cut as well, and so that's sort of the reason why they'd come.
One of the prerequisites to that is to have the training yards, by the way, so you can actually train
Yeah.
people. That is one path that you could take. It turned it into an adventuring hub.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, if this is one of the first place people visit when coming to the Deadlands, like, I would guess most people coming here are probably adventurers trying to find treasure or something.
Or prisoners trying to evade the law. We could think about maybe bounty hunters as well. It might be interesting.
Yeah, I like that idea. Like an adventuring guild sort of stuff.
Yeah. Which means we need food, of course, for
Yeah.
people who come through
Right.
here. Wanderers Den's probably definitely up on that list. And then training yard, or yeah, probably training yard after
It
that.
should
Yeah,
be done-
like those three, right? Farms, training yards, and Wonders Den.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah, I like that.
It should be noted that it's kind of a small bit of text, but for construction, if you guys put excess gold or staff, like construction manpower, which is manpower, um, staff essentially, to a construction project, it will accelerate the time it is done, um, because you can hire extra hands from like other places or get more
Is
people
that
in it.
is there a cap on that? Where it's like,
Nope.
oh, I can only put
If-
so many people.
If you guys are super fucking rich, you could have stuff built in a month pretty much anywhere, but you'd have to have the resources on hand.
Well, we have a shit ton of people
Starting resources. Yep. And people.
here. Let's just rush some of this down.
Yeah.
The minimum time for everything, by the way, is still 1 month, so 1 tick of everything. But you guys can do stuff during that time. There are other problems too.
But how do we tell how long will it take for something to be built?
Oh, you see the tick, the gold cost. That is how long it normally takes in ticks. So if you just paid the 4 gold and left a 1 construction team on the training yards, it would take 4 months to get a full structure for.
So if we paid 16,000 gold, we could get a a training yard in a month.
Just about.
Essentially.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to pay 16,000. You would have to pay 8,000 gold pieces. But yeah, you'd get it in a month, and that's in buying people to work it and build it, construction workers.
Right.
Wait, so the 4 in training yards, I'm still not
That's its
understanding.
cost and how long it takes.
Okay,
those are
so
equivalent
it's the same for okay.
Hmm.
because those structures are bigger and super in depth. But they don't need that much staff once they're done. They just need a lot to be built.
Which essentially means that we need to tell them to do a thing and then go out and get the money to do the thing, essentially.
That's the idea. Is that you guys will go
We-
explore,
We have
find
money.
stuff. You have 10. You have 10 starting gold, or 10 starting money.
Okay.
Which means you can set out things to be built, but you still have to wait that month. And if you guys want to wait in town and do that
Do we have
downtime,
the money right now?
yeah,
Like, is there?
that 10 money is part of the stuff with the caravan. It's like all of those resources are.
I want to make sure that that's safe. So where is it right now?
It is under current status of Taurus. Your stats are your money, your manpower, and your morale.
I mean, like in game, like where's
Oh.
the chest full of 10,000 gold pieces?
It's not all in gold pieces. It's there's shifts of it. It's like the value, right, of your total stuff, in terms of what you have. There are
It's not in gold pieces. It's in value
It's
of
in-
resources.
correct. Money counts for all
Gotcha.
of that, right? If you need
Fair.
more, you have money. It's gold and resources. Often, like let's say you get a gem worth something, that still counts towards your money.
And then also turnaround time on getting it to here because we have to get
Yeah,
the
every month.
gold from the area.
Essentially every month is when the caravan rolls back in with new resources and new stuff. Part of the tick, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like we'd have to like before the caravan leaves for that month, say, okay, when you come back, I need to give you this
Correct.
laundry list of things.
You can also request items from the caravan leader, which is Mutai. If you have any specific things that you want him to try to get for you guys, just understand smuggling is it has its drawbacks and its positives, and it's also expensive.
I mean, but what's the priority here? The farms or the training yards?
Probably farms because we need to keep these people fed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, we can't give them mystery meat and agave fruit for the next 7 months.
And what
Plus,
does
it's the-
more?
it's the
It says
best.
it says that the farm gives us extra morale or something. What does that do?
So for each staff, you get an extra morale because everybody gets to eat. At the start of each month, there is a morale loss equal to your manpower, if that makes sense. So morale is always going down, essentially, because people are always living in this kind of, as it stands, pretty bad environment. So each building that increases morale, it's because you're increasing the quality of life. So
It's
Okay.
every month that happens.
correct. It's the same tick with money. It's one of those resources that you have to keep an eye on because it will sneak up on you.
So every month the morale goes down by a certain amount.
It goes down by equal to your manpower. If you see the upkeep cost and the morale cost, those are the ticks every month that you currently have for money and morale. And I,
Wait, where's that?
in the current status of Krataris, the first thing stats, and it's all of
Mhm.
those numbers. For you.
Morale. Okay.
You start with 10, you have 10 money, and you have 5 manpower. So that
So
means
if
your morale
if
cost-
nothing changes next month, our morale will go down to 5.
it will go down to 7 because you gain 2 morale currently because of some bonuses from.
Oh,
buildings.
yeah. I missed that. Okay.
What do we gain morale from?
Ola has a thing that gives 1 bonus morale per staff, and she is currently staffing the Resting Laurels, which gives morale and income. Or no,
Okay, well, we
my bad.
need to
The-
max
the
that
housing.
out, I guess.
The housing is what gives the morale.
Right.
But Ola gives an extra morale for every place that she's working.
So, like, 2 manpower to Ola, max her out for morale.
For morale and income. Okay. Just note that.
Well, I want to get the rest of the groups.
Yeah,
moving,
yeah, yeah.
too.
Just note that the Resting Laurels is very reliant on how well the town is doing in terms of its income. Because the more people that there are, as there are right now, a good chunk of people, she's making an all right profit as the money is circulating back to your pockets.
Well, the most what I'm worried about is that the morale.
It'll take down, but
'Cause
you guys
we
have
get
time.
3 morale, right?
You get 2 currently. If you give
Right.
if you give her 2 more staff, you would get 4 morale each month.
Sweet. So essentially negating our manpower spending.
So if we fill up the tavern, so we put 2 people there,
Mhm.
we lose 2 manpower, right?
You don't lose manpower. Manpower is associated to a different thing, right? Your manpower is your total people present in the city, right?
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we need to put someone there in the tavern.
There's
to
currently
help.
1 already.
Yeah, which is Ola. But if we wanted to fully staff the tavern,
Yes.
where would you get those people?
It would be part of the manpower. Like
It
your
would take
manpower,
2 manpower.
Doesn't go down.
it would take 2 more manpower. Your total does not go down; it just allocates it, right? It's a
Yeah.
resource.
So
Oh,
it wouldn't.
okay.
It would still affect.
It's like-
morale. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like employed versus unemployed, basically.
Yeah.
And all the people who are on the manpower who don't have anything to do are either working construction or not doing anything at all.
So right now, because we have 5 manpower, there's 1 in the town hall, 1 in housing, and 1 in the tavern, right?
Upkeeping.
So
guarding.
we can
You have 2 manpower to spare.
we have 2 people to just put anywhere. Okay.
Yeah, I think we also need to put a couple of. We have 2 manpower to spare, and we need somebody working on the structures.
The construction, yeah.
Which can be either both of them or just one of them, whichever you prefer. And like I said, the situation with the town's pretty rough at the start, but once you guys get the ball rolling,
And how do we increase our manpower?
by recruiting people, or as there are some structures that bring you manpower.
Okay.
But the
There are
but the main
structures
thing,
that Give me manpower.
right? Oh shit, I didn't put that there. So one of the things that Ola's the tavern can do, I forgot to write it, is it can increase your manpower each month in recruiting new people.
And does it do that automatically, or do we have to like
It's a choice.
spend money on
Uh,
hiring new people?
No, the cost, the drain of manpower is your morale. So if your infrastructure breaks and your morale goes too deep in the red, bad things start happening. Because I will clarify the rules again. 1 moment. You also get more manpower if you just go out recruiting people. But
Yeah.
if your morale is ever below half of your total manpower, the manpower that is basically
I'll
at
be
that,
right back. Give me a second.
no worries, are super dissonant. So they
Continue.
either turn to crime or they leave the town.
Yeah, we get riots and stuff.
Yeah, people are unhappy and they blame it on people, right?
All right, and that plus 1 manpower is once per month.
Correct.
What we get from town. Okay. Okay. I mean, I think we need the 2 people.
It's also
that
an option. You don't have to take the manpower. The tavern always has those things, but you really look at them. It should be noted, manager effects. You guys have to again put them somewhere to see what they can do. But those are essentially
Oh,
named
okay.
NPCs.
So, as our manpower increases, we have to make sure that our morale increases.
Correct. Your morale gain can match it, or at least stopgap it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to build more farms to get more food and
People,
money,
yeah.
and you need more vice dens to have more morale. Stuff like that, right? Like it's a dance.
Right.
It should be noted, you guys, every time you guys do major events or do anything with your downtime to try to increase morale or money, that also counts towards those totals. But you might not want to focus on that as being your main primary method, because it means if you're not in town, your morale is going to start dripping. It's a very precarious dance, and like I said, the more buildings you build, the more resources you get, the more ways you have to get more morale and other stuff. The first year is going to be the most precarious.
I mean, I think probably far, but like the two people we have currently unemployed, we should put them to build something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys to like do this dance with Katoris, finish it, and then you unlock another town. I'm like, do it again.
So the farms take
Oh,
one
that just means
manpower, right?
Yeah. They,
If
they can
we-
be built in a month.
Right.
If we make the two people that are unemployed to work on the
The
farms,
minimum time is always 1 month.
so it's not gonna do things.
Yeah, because they can't instantly make stuff, right? They have to actually put the work and time into it.
Can we have multiple things of a single
Correct.
building?
You may. Yeah, may have multiple instances. It should be noted, each place doesn't need a manager, but every time you guys put a named NPC manager in charge of it, you get bonus effects.
Mm.
As an example, Ewan reduces the structure cost by 1 for any place he works in, because he's a shrewd, air quote, shrewd businessman. Don't worry about where the money's going. Or where he's
Yeah,
getting it.
worry about where the money's going.
never worry about.
Don't
where
don't
the
worry
money's
about
going.
where
Don't
he's
worry about
paying
where
for
he's
it.
going.
His interns are totally paid.
It's fine.
Okay. Here.
There's a whole
I'm
bunch.
sorry. What do we decide we wanted to do then?
I don't think
I mean,
this had
I think we should. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking. I know we need at least one farm. As for I don't know what to do with about the last guy.
You can put them in
Yeah.
structure, or you can start building 2 things. You can have multiple structures under construction at once.
Yeah, the thing is that the only one that needs just one manpower is farms. All of the other. Oh wait, jail. We could also build a jail.
Those are maximum staff. Each building can function at 1 staff, but maximum staff is when it functions at its peak quality.
No, I mean like the cost to build.
Oh, yeah, you could also just put more money into it to reduce it if you would like. That's why you guys started out with so much money. Because you have all the resources that you need.
So we could, in theory, if we put more money, like say the Wonders, then
Correct. You
could one manpower build it if we put enough money into it.
For three money, you could have it built in 1 month.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
That sounds very good.
Yeah, I think we should build the farms and then do the extra money thing for the Wonders then, or the Wonders then maybe.
Yeah, and then we'll go out, get more money, and then build the training area.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I like that. I like that.
Let me just real quick. Building. Farms.
I also want to go talk to our slaves? Question mark?
No, they're getting paid, right? It's part of the flow. It's just you are
I
not
sure hope so.
you're not
Are
bleeding.
they?
Yes, they are getting paid. It's part of the circulation,
they-
right?
Are they
Are
being
they
paid?
gonna
fair- Are
are
they being
they-
paid fairly?
Yeah, are they gonna unionize?
Absolutely.
if you want to prevent their unionization, I'm not gonna lie to you. One of the notes I had for managers is like union breaker, which reduces the or reduces the upkeep cost, but increases morale drain.
Oh
Where she's like,
God.
unions?
I
None of
don't,
that
I don't
shit.
think, I don't think having slaves is gonna fly here.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll make money. It's just
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be
I didn't stutter though. We're not having
Yeah, no.
slaves.
okay. That's the farms. Then dick, and then this month's cost is so that's 3, 4. You guys are down to 6 money, and you don't have to worry about it. In fact,
And then we used all 5 of our manpower, or do we
Correct.
still have manpower?
no, the three of your manpower is used to make sure the city functions. 1 in town hall, 1 in housing, which is required essentially, because you get morale and stuff.
Oh, so we have 5 manpower,
3 of it is
Mhm.
already consumed by
3 of it already used.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the town has to be started again, essentially, because it was pretty much dead, and now you guys have brought new life into it, so it's functioning, again. But
Can we fire Cap and get a new guy?
you can remove him from
no,
management.
no. Actually, Cap, I'm fine with Cap. Can we fire E?
You want to fire Ewan?
No. I'm fine.
In the future, you may fire and keep whoever you like. Just understand they're named NPCs with opinions, and they might not take it.
I know.
They might not take too well to unreasonable
Good.
unemployment. Yeah, and as you get more managers, you'll get more NPCs to work and have bonus structured stuff.
Hey, I'm not saying Ewan can't live here. I'm just saying he can't work.
I don't know.
Just let him-
Where is he getting the money? So, you see,
Yeah,
I went to
just
some of
let
the
him do his
workers
thing.
and I pitched to them this wonderful idea where we build a house on a house on a house, and it's like, so I recruit you, you go out, recruit some dudes, they pay you, and then you pay me, and I pay you parts of that dividend, and then it all balances out, you know what I mean? It's like, kind of like a pointy cone-shaped house of money that totally benefits everybody.
Yeah, he's just conning people selling essential oils or some shit.
Are
Just let
you
him do his thing.
actually saying like a reverse pyramid scheme?
That's one way you can presume that Ewan is getting his money to pay the upkeep for whatever he's working. He's a shrewd businessman. He's invested in GME.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I'm sure just letting Ewan do his thing won't bite us in the ass.
Sure.
I'm sure it won't.
No, that's Rock's job.
Fair enough. I'll bring you back over to the
How much money do we have left? Like
6.
we-
It's
6.
oop, that is the wrong map. Don't look at that.
Nope. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Forest Cottage.
Forest Cottage. That was.
I've seen your secrets.
They were right next to each other. I'm deeply disappointed. So with all of that stuff settled and all your paperwork signed, all of your construction work, you guys hear Nuxie say, "Alrighty, we'll get that all under construction then. Then I'm gonna go inform Mutai and tell him what to do, cause I'm his boss, right? That's what you said.
No.
Okay."
Definitely the other guy's in charge.
You see you climbing away.
He just
Mutai!
goes over- he
Mutai!
just like him going over, he's like, hey, they said I'm in charge.
I literally
Yeah.
put in my notes, Mutai, caravan leader, actually useful person.
Yeah, Ewan's like, well, I believe the business part is done, so I should probably inform you about the stuff that Sess was quite adamant about. He and the others encountered some bandits, with the caravan and the whole thing, and I heard you took care of some in the early morning, like I said earlier. But I think he said something about finding their camp and finding out about them, and that you should probably handle them so we don't get any more stick-ups.
Oh,
At
I
least-
told him not to come back.
Doesn't
That's-
mean they won't.
Yeah, that. Plus, if there's gonna be any stick-ups around here, it should be us sticking up other people. And he starts.
he
He's
is.
somewhere in the city, and then he just starts
Yeah, there he goes.
disappear.
God, you can only take him in like spoonful amounts of that guy.
Has anyone else never seen a cat with 2 tails before?
I've seen Stranger.
Yeah, they're kind of not around here.
I mean,
They're
I
like
feel like
weird
I'm more
people.
surprised by the fact that the cat was talking than the fact that he had two tails.
I mean, it's more often than you'd think that you find talking cats.
Fair enough.
Really? I would never know.
Yeah, they're. I think. I mean, that's what my crab friend told me, right? They're like people that are from another continent or something. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's a continent, but he told me they're from another continent.
Your crab told you this?
Yeah, he tells me a lot of stuff. He taught me how to read. You know,
You can read?
Your
I
crab
can
taught you how
read.
to read?
Yeah, the crab. My crab friend taught me how to read.
All right.
You guys can overhear Mutai just telling Dixie to fuck off.
Yep. Yep. Figured.
He's in for the long haul with this one. All right, and then I'll bring you guys back to Taurus if that's your plan. To go ask, Sess for directions
Sure.
or information.
Let's go find the guy.
And let me remove Ewan from the picture. Bring you back from
please
the
do.
brink of the abyss. We'll go back to Cowboys. Boom, boom, as you step into Taurus. The still chattering early this morning. Reflections. Where would you guys like to go?
Is there actually like a lake? Like
Yeah,
sort of?
there's a small pond.
Hog.
It's not mapped because people don't map the Deadlands accurately. That's an intentional detail.
How large is it?
It's not too large. It's a after the map section, it goes to like here. No, you guys can't see my ruler. Like here-ish, and then it curves around. It's sizable enough for you to like lake dive in, but it's not much bigger than that.
Is there like a river meeting through it, or?
Yes,
Okay.
it's that same
Fish.
river. Yep, that
Fish.
is a resource you could get if you would like to start getting fishery going.
Okay. Well, we can keep that in mind.
Mhm.
But we should find the guy first.
Yep. You guys technically can't see through the walls, but the map is wonky
Right.
about it. So
We saw him yesterday though in
Mhm.
one of these buildings, right?
correct, and you could overhear people talking in them this morning as well, as you walk past to the caravan.
Okay, he's probably in the same building he was in yesterday. Let's go with that. Which one was he in?
He was over here.
Okay. I
Wait,
guess
so
going-
we're gonna kill the bandits, right?
Yeah, we gotta find the guy who knows about the bandits though.
Okay.
Ah, for sure.
I guess you
Good
go
old
over here.
Cap.
He was in here the other day.
You knock or you just open the door?
I guess we knock.
Thump, thump, thump. You hear, "Oop, I wonder who that is." And you see a woman in a kind of heavy cloak, mask, and like on her back, you see that she is carrying a traditional bow, a long bow that is kind of carved from wood, which is a rare thing to see out of bows. Most of the time, she has two swords kind of at her waist, and she kind of looks at you and she says, "Who are you?"
That's a good question. What are we again to this place?
You're the new management, technically speaking.
Oh geez, she's big.
I think we're just travel. No, we're management. Yeah,
We're your new bosses.
Is that what you
Ma'am.
say?
Yeah.
Well said, Verm. Well said.
Thank you.
Let me stage you real quick 1 second. So Shana kind of
Sana.
looks at you and she says, "So you're the travelers the skeleton was on about?"
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's really much other people he could confuse us with, so yes.
Interesting. If you're
Yeah,
carrying some
to be honest, when have you seen a group as ours before?
you want an honest answer?
Yeah,
Several
I
times.
do. Inside check.
You can roll. Yeah, you can roll.
Yep.
Oh boy.
You can't tell if she's lying, bluffing, or just being dead serious. She's kind of looking at you with not necessarily murder in her eyes, but she doesn't seem to like you.
I'll turn to Handy and say, she's definitely lying.
Pardon?
I mean, at least I don't know if there are any other tin cans like me around here.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, when have you seen a kobold with a fucking crab in his coat walking around?
Why do you have a crab in your coat?
She doesn't even know
Don't.
about the crowd.
Yeah, you shouldn't know about the crab.
Well, you just told her about the crab.
You see her just slowly start to close the door. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, we're looking for Give me 1 second while I find his name. Kess.
Captain said,
Ah,
You know, after seeing how she looks at me, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
I believe he was speaking with Bella about the bandits. I presume you're going to deal with that as well.
Right. You know where we can find him, or
The building. And she points. There's not many places to hide. Well, I suppose you could hide in abandoned buildings, but he's not the type of sort to be easy to miss.
fair enough.
Hard to forget. And you can see on the window a woman is like face on it, kind of looking at all of you. Like, ooh.
All right.
the other woman?
She's like facing the glass, like kind of looking at all of you.
What she look like?
Her token. I will pull it up 1 second. She's down south. She's dressed, very in a very long, flowing, kind of loose outfit. She seems to be in some way or another inebriated. She does not seem entirely sober.
Oh, of course. Getting started early, I see.
Of course.
That wasn't in character.
I'm aware. Day drinker. And she's just staring at you guys through the window. Was that all?
Yeah, I think that's all.
I suppose they'll be seeing you around then. She closes the door and steps back to brood menacingly in this corner.
All right, that was rude. Let's move on.
She was really rude, guys. I don't like her.
Yeah, I don't like her either. She's kind of.
I like how as soon as the door closes, we're like, oh, I don't like her.
Wait, you've never talked shit about somebody like immediately after you like left the room with them?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. I was just pointing it out. That's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
You guys can see on the window. You can see Bert kind of like standing on the table, and he's not necessarily posing, but he's like he's being very expressive. And then he kind of like leans back, almost falls through the window. It's like, oh, and then he sees you, and he like pushes his face to the glass, like, hello. And you see Seth go, fucking Bert. And he moves to open the door. His goblin has his face planted against the window. The captain steps out, closes the door behind him. Morning, boys.
Morgan.
What are you here to ask about today?
We were told you had something about bandits.
And that you have an excellent crumpet recipe. I was wondering if you could borrow.
No, I didn't hear that,
Roll me an insight check.
but I am interested.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Insight.
Okay.
A 6.
He seems unfazed by your joke.
Normal.
Right. If you're gonna be asking about the bandits, I presume you're planning on dealing with them all by yourselves.
I don't think there's a lot of manpower to spare to help us. Is there?
That's fair enough. Well,
Yeah, we only have like. Well, I mean, if I were to measure it in units between 1 and 5, probably around 5.
right. Well, further north up the road, kind of eastwards,
Between 1 and 5, we have a lot of people.
by the woods,
Good point.
we encountered, or at least there was a bit of a mess. Managed to get some info before some of the bandits ran off. They are holed up in a small little fort of some kind, cottage or house, out by the woods, not too far from here. They might do another raid if they get particularly hungry, so we should handle it as soon as possible. I don't like leaving problems stewing in our backyard.
How numerous are these bandits?
According to the one we talked to, 10, 15?
And forgive me, I'm sure you've tried this, but haven't we thought about reasoning with them?
He looks at you and he says, "That's not my business. I'm not a diplomat. All I
So
care about."
You just kill them and let them rot, right?
I mean, they attacked our city first. It's on them, not me.
Be careful talking like that. I've seen men said they fought for some good. Found out after they were done with it, they were on the wrong side of history.
Well, if I'm on the wrong side of history, I'm on the wrong side of history. I don't particularly care.
What do you care about? If you mind me asking, it seems like you got that whole tough guy exterior all sorted out. So I just want to know what really keeps you going. What keeps you in a place like this?
Oh, cute baby. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. I made a promise to keep this town safe by any means necessary, and I intend to keep it. Do whatever it is.
Loyal man.
By whatever means necessary. If you guys want to go speak to those bandits and offer them food, it's not my concern, so long as we don't have bandits in our backyard.
I'm just worried about if eventually, if they do join, and if they are useful or at least contributing, you aren't going to hold any ill will to them.
I only hold ill will towards people who hold ill will towards me. I don't particularly care.
Correct. I got that part.
You guys want anything else?
So, should we go, guys? Do we need this guy for anything else?
Mud licks, not Mud. Bert licks the window, and you see him like tracking mud with his hands on it. Like bah.
Lovely.
I see Bert. I can get down with Bert.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, "You do you," and he moves to step inside. And as he does, you hear Bert say, "Door!" And he double rolls. Wah, 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 hi.
Hi, Bert.
Hello. And then again, Rack sniffs him, and this time Bert takes the initiative and licks Rack. Spicy.
Can't say I expected that, but
As a response, Rack licks him in the face. He's not sure how to respond to such a dominant fucking action.
Friend, I don't really know your name.
Bert.
Bert, okay. Would you like some maggoty bread?
Bread. I love maggoty bread.
Yeah, take some. I'll give him some.
what a fucking legend.
What?
I'm good.
Are you okay there?
I'm
Are
good.
You okay there?
Burger.
It's good, right?
He almost choked on the bread.
You see,
Oh,
Kanth? It's
oh.
good.
I don't think he's really ever okay, but honestly, that's probably fine.
Yeah.
He's Bert. He's always okay.
It's good bread, Kanth, you see? You should try some. I still have some left.
You
I
have
think it's got a little spittle from the goblin, but
yeah, good bread, good bread. Bert like bread. You
thank
like
you.
bread.
You know, there's a goblin of culture right there.
Culture? What's culture?
I don't know either, man.
Okay. You get more
Okay.
bread?
No, this is for me. And for Kanth if you want some.
Okay.
I said later.
Bert licks the door. Door. Try door. And then he steps in.
There he goes. What a guy.
Why are
I
people in
already
this
listened.
town so weird?
Yes.
Everyone's weird.
I mean, we're not weird, right?
Nah.
We're not weird,
Nah.
guys. Come on.
We
No.
are
We're probably
Probably
the only
very
non-weird
weird.
people here.
I mean, I don't know about that, guys. I think we're not weird. I think we're just normal individuals.
Just build different.
He says as he eats maggot-ridden bread.
Yeah.
We're just built different, guys. Just built different. All right. Are you guys gonna head over to the woods?
Bandits? I think we're killing bandits.
Yeah.
Or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
In this, I will presume for now that you guys have gotten him up to speed, and keep him with you, because you might need his help for the fight.
Yeah.
Choose the fight.
Damn right, Lau.
Nap time is over. From the stage, as you guys can roll me stealth checks as you make your way through the woods. It's not too hard
Boy.
after finding directions from good old Captain Cess.
Yes. Stealth. That's a natural one.
Wow.
Okay, good news. I do group stealth.
Wait, Portal, before you continue, how
Here's my
far
point.
is this fort?
It's
that
not
we're
too
heading?
far. It's like an hour long walk-ish.
Okay, so it's still in the day. Like
I
we're
rolled
we're
low.
it's not nighttime.
Cool. So you guys kind of make your way, most of you very quietly, and like focusing on that. But every couple of steps, you guys see Luck kind of not necessarily trip, but he like steps on a thick branch and just crushes it underfoot, and he doesn't seem
It
to
also
pay.
doesn't help. He has metal armor under his duster, so that goes.
There's a clunk, boom, boom sound. But you managed to kind of slow him down, got him away from all the goddamn branches, so he doesn't step on them. You just kind of like motion to the path, and he looks at how does he react when he's like being guided to an actual path instead of just stepping on branches and like the grass.
What do you mean?
Like you're stepping on the side road, and they're like, "Hey, you should step on the main road so you don't make so much noise."
I mean, he walks on the road.
Just crunch, crunch, and then behind him, Rrhak is not. It's not because he's stepping on stuff. It's because he's going.
Yeah.
All the time, the whole time. Like,
Yep. He's just not.
he's a hungry
That's
boy.
just him. We're getting there.
And with that, you guys managed to at least mostly stealthily approach the bandit camp. There are a couple bandits on watch, but they don't really see you as you dart between the trees and cover. These are general spots to place you in. Yeah. All right. We could take a quick bio break, get some water, get a drink, get all that stuff settled.
Sure.
I need more dog noises for Rrhak. I love this song.
I'm waiting for him to like get bigger, but he doesn't really change. He's just a
Big.
bigger dog.
Exactly. He's gonna be large, and it's just gonna be, and it's like, please don't eat me.
And then he continues growing, and then at that point he's just beyond control.
You cannot stop the Doge. He is almighty in his cute adorableness as he eats people.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
What I miss?
Nothing much. Just bio break for everybody to get water, that sort of stuff.
I'll be right back.
I just realized that Lux, it's like luck. I get it. It's funny.
What?
His abbreviation, luck. Because you're a cowboy. You're lucky.
That's not where I was going, but sure. If it makes me look smarter, yeah, that's totally what I planned.
100%. Everything schemed. And from the get-go.
Did anybody ever message?
Yeah,
Lucy?
I've been messaging.
Ah,
Sporadically. To try to get it. I think something happened. Which is fine. It happens sometimes. I need more cowboy music. There's nothing like getting a message back from an artist. Nothing like it at all. Let's see.
I'm back.
I'm back.
God, doing the Verm voice. It's kind of.
It's like me making all those animal noises all the time.
Yeah.
It's just it's a strain on the throat sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, which of the townspeople is your favorite so far? Of those
I
that
mean,
you
mine's still the skeleton, Ewan.
have. Fucking shady ass skeleton.
Yeah, just leave him do his thing, and he'll get the money.
You'll find a way to pay those bills. I love the song for this ambient track. It's so good. I hope you guys are ready to fight some fucking bandits.
Yeah. Always fun.
Always ready, Captain.
It depends on whether or not we actually end up fighting them.
That's true. That is true.
That said, I really want to fight people.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not exactly good with conversations with my -1 charisma, but I do have a very large sword.
Oh, don't worry, my friend. With my mighty +0 in persuasion, we have discovered to talk to these guys.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's nothing like the artist telling you that a sketch should be done by tomorrow. Ah, joy.
Og.
Pog. Accurate's handsome face. And even after that, I'm still waiting on the other artist to get back to me for another piece. For another
Nice.
handsome pretty boy.
What commissions do you have
Cooking
out
right now.
there, Total?
Right
Yeah.
now, one is on Ilith, and another on a token that I will share when it's done in a couple of weeks. And I will just not say its name, and I'll let you just know what it is based on its design, and then just scream.
Okay. So these are both for NPCs on Duskfall.
Correct.
Nice.
I thought about getting one for Sir Lorraine, but his image is just too iconic. There's the
Yeah, I mean, can you make Ilith look like more of a weeb?
Oh, he definitely is. You guys just haven't seen his face. So
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why.
I just want to note there's a Naruto reference, like several Naruto references in his characterization, and I can't wait for it to all come together and for Radagast to realize I'm a Naruto character.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I think the overarching theme of Duskfall is just gonna be Radagast making his peace with being a anime boy.
And then once he embraces the anime, he is
Yeah.
powerful. I mean, the rest of you have really cool stuff. I'm super excited for tomorrow. You guys are gonna be in for a ride, bro. Session
Yeah, I'm
15 is
pretty
gonna be
excited.
your time.
Is it? I mean,
It's our 15th
I mean,
session.
I don't know. We have like a weird thing with the numbers.
No,
Like for
it's numerically accurate. It's our 15th session because I don't count session 0 as a session.
you
Count
don't
it as-
count session 0. Okay, I think in my notes I do because last session for me was session 15.
Yeah, session. I have them properly labeled in organized.
I love that my notes for the session where we fought the Soul Echo
It was just scream.
are like, yeah, it's like we fought the Soul Echo, an amalgamation of souls or some weird shit. And then the next line is almost TPK, fuck you, Leo. And then that's the whole
That's the
whole
whole
thing for
session.
that session. Yeah.
Just fuck you, Leo. It wasn't even Leo that almost TPK.
Yeah.
Radagast. I'm gonna deal 24 damage.
I mean,
What could go wrong?
yeah, I mean, but if Leo hadn't hit me with the Eldritch Blast,
You would have stayed up.
Radagast wouldn't have killed me with the
In
with
that regards, it's the
what he
you
did.
know you just failed the whiz save.
Yeah, man.
What's he gonna do?
Like, I'm still amazed at how he can consistently fail those. Like, it's
Okay.
pretty amazing.
So there's this weird thing. Every single time I have contested him in a plot relevant role between him and his patron, I have rolled a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Think about that one. That's
Yeah.
the real hitter. Like
Yeah, that's also a thing.
like he's just fucking blessed. He can roll so shit, and I'm like, nope, it's just a nat 1, I guess. My life sucks. We're just waiting on Sai at this point.
Yeah.
I love all of the games on this server that I'm running and playing. Ugh, they're so sick. Ugh. Still. Bam, bam. Sorry, you back yet? You're muted if you're back.
He did.
He's gone.
He is gone.
You want to hear a story while we wait?
Mm.
Sure.
Yesterday, when me and Tyler were playing our Modern Magic game, we were in the underground basement of a super megacorp that was making zombies. For some reason, we still don't know the whole extent of. And we were doing a pretty solid job of cleaning up and keeping all the zombies down pat. And then our ranger, our Horizon Walker ranger, investigated one of the rooms to the north where we had seen a dude was in it. Ethereal stepped through the door, interacted with it. It had a blind sight, even though she was greater invisibility. She was spotted. And then it said, "You're messing with my bottom line. You're gonna pay for that." And it started growing claws and scales. Started like its face started peeling off, and it had black scales or whatever. And it was surrounded in a room of gold coins, silver coins, and just money. So we got to fight. we ran into a fucking dragon.
The funny part is that when we saw it, there was a bunch of gold coins on the ground, and he was just chilling. I was like, "Oh, watch this be a fucking dragon." And then he starts changing, and I'm like, well, "Hold
Wait,
on."
no, I was joking.
I was kidding, DM.
It was a joke. Please.
And then he
please.
uses his breath weapon, and I'm like, well, "Stop."
Stop. So basically, our Horizon Walker was down, on the ground. I'm pretty much out of slots as our sorcerer. Our fighter and our rogue were dealing with zombies still, and our artificer was just getting set up. And it was just like, there's a dragon. So I made a Hail Mary play, and I took banishment the last time we leveled up instead of Dimension Door. I prayed to God that it didn't have legendary resistances. I cast banishment, and it rolled a 4. Oh my God, my heart! It was still pumping.
On the dragon? You banished the dragon?
For a minute.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Which is why immediately the day after this meme got posted. I'll share it. It's such a good meme. Because that literally saved all our lives from getting fucking wiped from that dragon. It's in the memes channel.
Yeah. I see it. But what level are you guys there
8.
in that?
Level 8.
Oh shit! You had to fight a dragon at level 8. Damn.
No, I mean, you can fight a dragon at level 5. You can fight a dragon at level 4. It's not unheard of. It's just we had used all our resources over the course of like the last 2 sessions fighting a shit ton of very dangerous zombies that are infective. We've only gotten hit twice, but we've made all the saves, or 3 times. But the people who got hit have made all their constitution saves. So they have not been infected. It's been nerve-wracking.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. I mean, no, he said it's saved. So it's been nerve-wracking. Just 2 sessions of like, dear God, help us. And there were special zombies and everything. It was like straight out of Left 4 Dead. And then we banished him, and now next week when we play, we're gonna start with the dragon coming out of banishment on top of a shit ton of grenades.
Oh yeah, this is the second time we've made a makeshift explosive out of grenades
and stuck it
and,
on
and threw it at a fucking unlasered creature.
a massive lizard that would have probably killed us all. And other things. I just hope we don't have to fight a clown afterwards like the first time. All right, we're all here, back in at it. So you guys approach the edge of the bandit camp, seemingly unspotted by the couple of bandits who are just like out at the front, fucking around. They're just like, nope, nobody, nothing. This is the fucking worst shift of my life. He's just kind of walking around, talking with his bud, who is kind of like they're talking shop, and you guys can approach and see what you guys see on the map: a couple of bandits, a worn out house of Ilin, and some wooden structures. You can just make out some support beams like at the edge over here that are holding parts of the falling wall up. It looks pretty ramshackle and barely held together. These bandits are wearing the same kind of red and cloaks and like same kind of bandanas as the ones that you faced early in the morning. And you can see they're chatting out front. What would you guys like to do?
I'll whisper to Kanth. Mr. Kanth, do you think this is the fort that that guy earlier was talking about?
I think so.
It looks pretty shitty.
It is very shitty.
Do you still want to talk with them?
I can try.
Bless.
Thank you. That's my son.
I mean, I'm ready to attack them if you are, but if you want to talk to them, let's talk to them.
It's just we're hidden right now. It's
Yeah.
just a good vantage point. I don't want to like give it up, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Do these bandits? Do they look like patrolmen? Like, is this just
The
like
ones you can see are definitely on air quote guard duty. They're kind of just chilling there, really.
Are they?
They're talking to each other. If you can't quite overhear them because of the distance, but you can. They're not really yelling. They're just.
Are there any windows on the structure head?
Yes, a couple that you can just see. You see these line of sights that you can see? That's what
Yeah.
you can see from where you guys are standing.
And can we see any? Like, can we tell anything from the inside of the thing?
You can see just into the side of a house. It looks like an old house of some kind. You can see there are more bandits inside, probably doing something.
I can try and
Oh boy.
talk. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
No worries.
Also updating everybody's tokens so you can see their hit points.
I can try and talk with them. I'm gonna want to be up front there anyway if a fight breaks out, so I'm not too worried.
I mean, yeah, we can remain hidden while you try to do your thing, and if it doesn't work, we still have the surprise element, at least some of us.
All right. First I want to cast with my new feature, Fiendish Vigor.
Ooh, yeah.
I want to cast
Fiendish Vigor. Or False Life. Yeah, it's False Life. Mm-hmm. You can just click the little spell thing. Yeah. Make sure that your slot is restored. Two. False Life, I believe it is a D4. Temporary hit points. 1 second.
It's also an at-will thing.
Yep. 8. So you roll a D4 plus 4 for how many temporary hit points you get. Oh, it's /R. Hey, that's a pretty solid
Decent.
6 temporary hit points.
6. Okay, so I'll go over to him.
You kind of like step out onto the main road, revealing yourself. Hey, that's a dude on the road. Hey, stop.
I want to put my hands up.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I don't mean you no trouble. I just wanted to give you a chance. It doesn't seem like anybody's giving you any sort of what's the word? I don't know the word. I ain't thinking quite clearly right now, unfortunately. Just wanted to say that before things got too heated, there's of course, you know, the settlement down maybe a mile or so south of you.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, we're trying to make it better than it is. We're trying to really improve it. I just want to know, resources are scarce here. You know, people, hardworking people, even scarcer. So You could give up this life of thieving and banditry if you want to earn an honest living.
Is he offering us a fucking job? I, I think he is. Roll me a persuasion check, please. A 17. They kind of look at each
Nice.
other. You know, maybe we should tell boss. I mean, you think the boss wants to work for him? I mean, maybe.
I mean, it's really not working for anybody. You're working for yourself. You know, you're trying to live out in this deserted land, so to speak.
Yeah. You keep an eye on him, Jay. I'll go in. And boom, steps inside.
Your name's Jay?
Yeah, that's my nickname. Jay for yeah. He seems very
Paper, yeah.
Well, Jay, my name's Kanth. It's good to meet you.
Oh, right. Nice to meet you. So Kanth. Oh, you're getting stop. You're not supposed to get that close.
I'll if he wants me to meet him halfway, I will. But
Poor baby. Poor boy.
he's just mad that he's sitting.
Understandable. Been there.
I was just gonna stick. I realized I was in person to push the talk. I'll just put my hand out and meet him halfway if he wants to shake my hand. If not, it's fine.
Yeah. You just stand there for now. Gotta wait for the boss. Well, wow, he rolled pretty well. You hear a boom. A big old man with a kind of thick belly, large blades at his side, and what you can tell to be another kind of similarly large rifle to the one of the man you encountered earlier a while ago at the city. Except his is bigger, more stylized. Steps out. Now I done hear there's something about work out here. And he steps forward. Boom.
Yeah, my name's Kanth. I was talking to your friend here, Jay. We are in that settlement down south. We really appreciate, you to come join us, work for yourselves, give up this life of banditry.
Huh. That's a pretty interesting way to make a pitch. What if I just stabbed you and took all your stuff?
Well, you could, and that stuff lasts you for if you really want to make it last, I got 3 rations in here. That might last you a cool week. And then there's nothing. And then once there's nothing, then you slowly starve to death. I don't know if you want that. And if you're thinking about staying here, being a bandit, going down there, stealing what you need and coming back, that ain't going to work either. Because we're here right now, and if you aren't cooperating, we're making sure you leave. Either by choice or not.
Yeah. Roll me another persuasion check. 20. Sick. Red Ball extends a hand out. He steps forward. You make a good pitch, sir. Name's Radbull.
Radbull, nice to meet you. Kanth.
Yeah.
Is it alright if I bring out my compatriots? They'll come and introduce themselves as well.
Sure. Let's have a little bit of a chat.
Hey, Verm, Andy, Luk'k Rrhak, come out from the bushes back there. Come meet my good friend. I'm so sorry. What was your name again?
Radball.
Radba. It's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure is sort of mine. So, are you like new dudes to the new ownership in that town? You the reason that influx of food, money, and resources coming in?
Something to that effect, yeah.
Pretty penny. And he kind of like eyes you all over. And well, I'll introduce you to the crew just shortly. And he like steps and you hear him boom boom step forward. He yells inside, "All right, boys, we've got less murderous work up ahead of us. Good food, far as I'm been informed, and we don't gotta live in this shithole for much longer." And you hear one of the boys goes, "Woo!" as he like rushes out. You serious, boss? Can I finally achieve my dream of being a farmer? And he looks at him and he's like, "I swear to God, I will slap. I swear to the 10, Bartholomew, I will slap you." And Bartholomew was like, "All I want to do is be a farmer, man. No need to be mean." "Shut up! You're making us look bad in front of the new boss."
I'm not anyone's boss. I'm just trying to make sure everybody gets a fair shake.
Cool.
Without violence or bloodshed.
All of the bandits start grouping up. In your head, Verm, you hear a voice say, "Kill them all!"
Are you sure about that, man?
Blood!
Okay. I'm gonna approach Kanth and Mr. Kanth, are you sure it's a good idea to bring bandits into town?
It's more of, I think we should at least give them a fair shake, yeah?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if they've like murdered people's brothers or fathers or whatever in the town, so maybe there's bad feelings. I don't know, man.
I did just, you know what, I think you make a good point that, I mean, there's definitely bad blood, yeah?
As you look at them, we're kind of new in these parts. Our old territory got strong arm from us.
Oh yeah? By who?
Don't know if you've ever heard of the Bane of Belleroux.
Belleroux?
Belleroux. You can roll me history checks. You may also roll me one luck.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
16. All right, we'll start with a 12. 12. Your little voice in your head, Verm, tells you Belleroux is a place.
Okay.
That's all you pretty much get out of him because that's all he knows. Handy, 14. You remember seeing a couple maps here and there, noting Belleroux is a small little village, not too far from the place that you were discovered a couple of years back. You remember some vague news about something terrible happening there. You can't quite remember what. Kanth, you just know it as Belleroux, the place, an old little village somewhere on a map, kind of like a footnote.
How do
As
you
for
spell it?
luck, I will spell it for you in just a second.
Sorry. Yep.
As for luck, you remember overhearing some conversation on the caravan about someone from Belleroux, like that they met, and they asked them about the tragedy that happened there a couple of years ago. And you remember this because there was a poignant point of an ex-slave broke out from the place and slaughtered pretty much everybody in his path and got out, and they called him the Bane, and he disappeared. And there's a reputation for him having killed his way through all the way down to the Deadlands, where you're surprised to hear his name again. And I will.
Belleroux.
Definitely not a good person.
Yeah,
What I
the
hear.
vicious bastard gave us one chance to leave before he cut off my friend's head.
See, these people had lives and families too.
Yeah, everybody does, but sometimes, your belly's rumbling and you don't got much of a choice.
I will say, not to fill your head with snake oil, that this place is much more work than it is a land of milk and honey, if you know what I mean. There's still farms to be built. There's still crops to be harvested. It's going to be hard living for the first maybe 2-3 months.
You hear in the back say, "I love hard work!" And you hear him say, "I said, shut up!" Hard work, better than starving.
That is true.
and we heard what you folk did to our first group of friends.
Yeah, they came into our town and I let one live.
One is
We let one live.
yeah. You can roll me a perception check.
Deception?
No, perception.
Oh, okay.
Everyone or just Kanth?
Yeah, you could all roll it. You can hear. By the way, look, you can see that Rark is like tummy grumbling.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to find something on the road.
12. Cool.
I don't know why my thing's not rolling. Give me a sec. Okay, now it's rolling.
Ah, the natural 20 on the second
Yeah, but
one.
disadvantage.
True. So with those perception checks, Kanth, you notice that the bandit that you spoke to is not here.
What?
The bandit
Not
that
what?
the bandit that you spoke to early this morning is not here. The one that you let run away.
Strange.
He's not here.
Correct.
Yeah, I noticed that fellow actually isn't among your numbers. Any particular reason for that?
You can roll me an insight check, please.
Ooh.
You don't know, but you see Radball kind of make a scrunch up face. He said he couldn't forget. He ran off like a little rat.
Do I believe him when he says that?
You can't quite tell if he's being honest, lying, or shrouding up the entirety of it.
Hey, team huddle real quick. And I want to turn back to the group of us.
Team huddle. Let's go.
Team huddle, team huddle.
What do you make of this? What do you make of this?
Honestly,
Yeah, same.
if they're willing to work, then it's best to bring them.
I mean, he didn't seem really honest about the guy that ran off earlier. I don't know what's that about.
Well, I really couldn't tell, to be honest. I mean, we have no proof.
Yeah, but they seem kind of shady.
Yeah, they are murderers, thieves.
We'll probably have to expedite the building of that vice den.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely need more people for the things we want to do in town, but my crab friend always tells me to not trust people. Yeah, there he is. And they don't really seem that much trustworthy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to find more people one way or the other. This isn't exactly the ideal start, but it's the start we have.
Maybe we could try and find a way to sort of trust or test their truthfulness.
You have anything in mind?
Anything apart from a zone of truth? Not really, but maybe we could ask to sort of search the cottage.
I mean, I don't know what you're expecting to find. They're literally bandits. There's going to be a lot of illegal shit in there.
Well, they're people too, so there's got to be some evidence of maybe if they did off him, maybe his body's in there, or blood, or maybe where his bedding
There's
used to be.
probably going to be blood in a bandit camp.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Can I turn back over my shoulder, just ask Rad? Rad,
Yeah.
you mind if you wouldn't mind if we look through your cottage just to make sure you were on the up and up, yeah?
I just see that one of them says, "Oh shit, my garbage," and runs in and is like, "Not particularly." and it looks like, where the fuck? Van, get out here! And you hear Van say, nope, my stash. Yeah, feel free to look around. Just try not to mess with the boy's stuff too much.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna take anything. We just want to make sure everything's good. You know what I mean?
Yep. The bandits step aside. Let you look like they don't have any secrets to hide except for Ven, who grabs something.
This is a terrible idea.
If
Yeah, and if you want to go into the bandit camp, and then be, yeah, that's a bad idea. Okay.
if you don't mind, while you guys are doing that, I need to step out for a minute.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
No, this is me in character.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, you pull away.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Rock somewhere in the woods.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna get food.
Roll me a
We're
survival
not gonna
check.
get it. Not gonna get it here.
Roll me a survival check.
Can I roll it with him?
Yes, you may.
everything all right, friend?
Yeah. Well, we're,
Oh no,
we're
he's
not gonna
asking,
be
he's
fucking.
asking the bandit.
no.
You see, he has like a really shady bag. Oh yeah. This is just my stuff.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
a
gonna take your
natural
stuff.
20.
What's in there? Oh, shit.
You can roll your persuasion to try to get him to show you what's in the bag. You, Luck, and Rack encounter one of the local wildlife that Ruck now has a taste for. They are these kind of digging, shelled, kind of almost like bullets. If you think about like land sharks, except
Okay.
instead of full like big maws, they're more like you can see them like munching on some of the tree roots that they have taken apart, and like it's like a herbivore, and like you guys catch one that is just taking a nap on like around a couple of tree roots and made this kind of nest out of dirt and stone, and Rock just jumps down, snaps its neck, clamps
Awesome.
down, starts eating away.
Am I able to actually? Well, before he gets to that, am I able to harvest some of the
The shell?
hide
Yeah.
or shell, whatever he's got? Yeah.
If you can roll me an animal handling to prevent him from eating it immediately.
All right. You know, honestly,
hungry.
if I don't, that's fair. That's
he,
a 3.
he starts chewing away. So you won't get as much pristine quality, mostly because he's hungry.
Fair enough. He's a good boy. He's doing his best. He's doing his thing.
Anyway,
Just don't choke on it.
you roll the 9 on the persuasion. He's like, nah, you don't need to worry about it. It's my stuff. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Over here with the bandit. And Kanth is interrogating. You guys inside can roll me investigation checks.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't need to do that little shuffle. I'm not lying to you, dude. Nothing important.
Yeah, well,
You can roll me an insight check.
Okay, all right.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
Wow.
wow, you guys just find junk and like trash bags and like clothes and like it's a mess in here. Verm, it feels very homely. Andy, it is
Yeah.
terribly disorganized in here. Like, yeah, it's awful. How could they even maintain their weapons like this? Kanth, you kind of just look at him, and the bandit is very shifty-eyed still. I mean, you really don't need to look, sir. It's just my stuff.
Look, am I gonna find some like decapitated head in there, man? I'm not gonna take your shit. Just show me what it is.
Fine. And he opens it, and you see it looks like a thick leather tome. It smells. It has a familiar scent that you do not appreciate. It kind of like blood, but not really. It's weird.
What is this?
Nothing. Just something of mine. Dug it up.
Verm, come over here.
Hello?
Oh man, you said you were gonna take it.
Yeah, but then you pulled out a bloody book.
Well, I told you it was weird.
Where'd you find it?
I dug it out after the band took over our old hideout.
Come on, man. You don't wanna lie to Mr. Kanth here.
You can roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I want to hand the book to Verm. He'll probably know what the hell this is.
A roller kind of check. Wow, man.
2.
I also want to.
Oh, you could also roll one, yeah.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
the handy fucking do it.
Yeah, let the guy with a +5 do it. It's the same roll.
Number two.
Oh,
We roll
okay.
the same
Both of you
shit.
just see a kind of like bloody leather-bound book, and you're like, you don't. It gives you bad vibes, but you don't know. The little crab on your shoulder, Verm, says, "Eat it."
Is this something
I
to
can't
do?
eat a book. See? Come on.
Sure you can. If anyone can, you can.
I mean, I can, but
Why is he
I'm
talking
not
about
there.
eating my book? Hey, give it back! Give it back!
I definitely don't want to give it back to him.
no.
Hey, you said you weren't gonna take it.
Can I open it up?
You may.
I'm gonna regret the shit out of this.
Yep.
So I'll open it up to the first page.
Charisma saving throw.
It's actually not. It's an intelligence save.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
even worse.
You can roll intelligence save, Cam.
Of course I dumped it into weapons. That's great.
F. Yay, that
Oh.
saves.
Hey.
You feel kind of like this book is definitely magically charged, with some negative essence, and it kind of like you open it and you can feel it pressing in your mind, and then you have your own problems in your own head, your own voices already. So it's kind of like repelled by your force of will and your like eye close focus and banish the effect before it can really take hold of you, and then boom, slam the book shut.
Oh, I didn't even. It was. That, like, I didn't even get to see what was on the page.
Yeah, no, the blank page on it is what caused you to make that save, which is why.
Oh, it's a blank page.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
It's an instinctual like to save you close the book.
Right. And that was all that was in his bag, or was there other stuff?
It was just a bloody book. Can I have it back?
No. What the hell?
I mean, it's like I was gonna sell it, dude. It looked kind of expensive.
How much were you gonna sell it for?
I don't know, a couple gold pieces, maybe a
I'd give
warm
you
bed.
5 silver piece.
5 silver, but it's like,
Yeah.
but it's like super magical and like
No, it
creepy.
isn't. It's just a bloody book.
You can roll me a deception check.
There's not even anything in it.
I may
It's
not
even
be.
written.
I may not be a channeler, but I know when I feel magic, you know, to the touch. That book's definitely magic. Definitely worth
This
a lot.
specific guy can go fuck himself.
His name
Yeah.
is Van.
Come on, man. Like,
I'm
look,
go-
look at our friend here. Look at Handy here. He's weird magical
He is a robot.
person.
Handy
He is
will
a
fuck with it.
robot, and he says, right hand, it's not magical. The book is just a regular book.
Can I make another Arcana check?
You can, you know for certain that it's definitely magical.
Help
Yeah,
out here,
But I
man.
want, but like, I want to. Well, specifically, I want to know: did Kent have to make a saving throw?
Yes.
Do I know, or can I roll?
You may, yeah. Just seeing its
Okay.
effects kind of whisk.
Okay,
Oh,
that one.
Oh, that's
oh,
worse.
No clue, dude.
I-
Never seen something like that
it's
before.
rough, man.
Yeah, that. I got no idea what that is. It's a book.
Does it have
There's
a
magic
title?
involved, but it could all. Well, just because it's magical doesn't mean it's worth anything.
But it's my
My-
book.
Yeah, I mean, like, depending on the kind of magic, it might cost you to get it off your. To get it, it might cost you money to get rid of it.
This is true.
Look,
Starts
what's your
muttering
name?
to himself.
Bob? Greg?
Van.
Van, okay. Look, Van, if you're gonna work for us, and we're gonna give you food, and we're gonna give you a nice place to sleep, not this shithole. Like, we need to make some compromise, okay? And we know a lot more about magic than you do. Look at this! And I'll... What am I gonna do? I'll fucking mold earth, like, just beside and just move a little bit of earth with my hands.
You do that, and he says, and then he
Can you do that?
he motions his hand out, and you see that one on his like wrist. He's got a little bracelet, and he focuses, mutters a word, and boom, molds the earth back. That's like a parlor trick, dude.
Got that.
Yeah, you Verm forgetting that everybody can do that
Yeah.
in one way or
Handy's
another.
just gonna make.
Look,
Handy's
Crazy.
gonna use prestidigitation to make a mini me in his hand.
Mini handy. Well, I can't do that one, but you know, it's not that hard.
We know a lot more about magic than you do, clearly.
I don't.
You
I,
don't know. You don't
I
know
don't.
anything
I don't.
about this
Can
book.
you even read, you lizard?
Yes. Come on, give me something to read
did
already.
you just call my friend Verm here a lizard?
Is that not what he is?
Hey, show
Man
some
is
respect. I'm your
distinguished
boss now.
Kobold friend.
I think.
Dragonkin.
Yeah, little
Like-
dragonkin. I think.
Yeah, you show him some respect.
He's big. While you guys are bullying this bandit, over back with Rock.
Imagine showing a kobold respect.
Rock, you
Yeah,
kind of you
imagine.
start harvesting this creature, and you hear a shrill noise. And you see this large bipedal feathered creature with massive kind of
no.
arms and claws, just running. It looks kind of like an ostrich with wings, like actual like full feather wings, and like a big beak and like two beady eyes on the sides of its head. It's like running from something.
All right. I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna leave whatever is left on it. I can't imagine Rock left anything, let alone bone. All right. I'm just gonna pull. I'm just gonna try to pull him back.
You pull him back under the cover of a thing. Roll me a stealth check.
This is. I'm good at stealth, guys. I'm good at stealth.
Hell yeah.
Oh my-
See, it's about the positive mental.
It's about It's you just
You
gotta
roll one
believe
for
in
Rock
yourself,
as well?
man.
Yep, I'm getting there.
He also rolled a 12. Gamer, I think that. 1 second. Let me check. That does indeed beat his passive perception. So you see, like as you stealth and like hide into the bushes, you see this massive, kind of similar creature to the one that Rock just ate. Big, bulky claw, armed legs, big spiny back, or big shelled back, kind of like a turtle now that you can see when it's fully grown out. And it has in its mouth not so much a tree trunk as the neck of another one of those bird things. As it like splits it out, boom, 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 marching. And you can roll me a nature check.
Sure. Nature is actually something I'm okay at for a level 2 character.
You realize that the reason it's probably acting like it is you are in its territory, and it's probably very mean. And luckily, it hasn't seemed to notice you, so you can get out without it attacking you or chasing you.
Yep, we're just gonna pull back.
As you sort of pull back, you hear roar, and it like slams into the tree that you were at not too long ago, where
Yep.
the other smaller version of it is.
Yep, just moving on.
Just no thank you. Sprint off back to the group. Couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take this book from this guy, and
Yeah.
he's not gonna do anything about it. So
Hey, come on, man! That's my book.
I'll toss him a gold piece.
Oh, but fine. Very defeated. And as you guys finish that interaction, you guys see Rock and Luk'k return to the group. Rock looks like he's had a nice, tasty fill. You can tell because his maw is all bloodied, and like tongue all over his face to eat to like lick it up. And Radball says, "Well, did you find anything of interest in there?"
Well, yes and no,
All right.
but I'm satisfied if the rest of my compatriots are satisfied as well.
I found some purple underwear. Does this belong to any of you?
Hey, that's my undies.
Well, now they're not. Bucketed.
I shouldn't have said shit.
Yep.
You know
I
anything
mean,
about
if...
those big,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
shelled creatures? I'm asking I'm talking to the boss.
To Radball. Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about the snappers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been avoiding them. We think
they're
there's a nest nearby or something like that.
a little close to your camp.
Yeah.
This isn't exactly a good place.
Well, it's not. As long as we walk on the right path and don't harass them, they don't tend to wander far out.
Well, good. You didn't harass them, did you? Look.
Not well.
And then the woods shake around you.
I didn't mess with them, but well, I'm not sure if there was just a small one or a kid or what. But
Oh, hell.
Killed this baby.
Oh, brother.
Let's go. Let's run. Me and Radball and the boys are like, let's fucking go. We're out of this one, Chief.
that might be something we have to deal with on the road.
It might be.
Yeah, let's go.
They start fucking booking it.
Yeah, we'll run with them.
Go, 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 go. In the background, you can hear like trees shaking and the boom, boom as it's on a little bit of a rampage.
Am I a little insane to just want to kill this thing?
I mean, you could, but
It was big.
it might snap your neck in half.
Oh, okay.
Mechanically speaking, how big we talking,
We're
Portal?
talking huge.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah.
It's a
Yeah,
big
he's
boy.
he's a big boy. On one hand, if we kill it, there's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we're probably not gonna kill it.
I mean,
I don't
Andy
know,
has cure
man.
wounds.
Yeah,
Andy's like, I'll cure you, bro.
Yeah, the fucking farms are gonna take a month to build. We need to feed our people, man.
It's not like you guys don't have food. It's just like, again, we're out this down anyway.
We do have a lot of people, new mouths to feed, you know.
Yeah, we have a lot of new people. That's the
I mean,
thing.
if you guys want to go hunt, you can go hunting as you go back. I'll bring you back over to the
I mean, at this point, I just feel bad that we didn't do a combat, so I kind of want to do a combat.
I mean, you don't have to. Like, that's why I said there's multiple ways to resolve it. It's up to you guys how you guys want to go about it. If you want to punch him, you can punch him.
Hmm.
If you want to go hunt the big scary turtle, you may.
Well, you know what I wanted? I was gonna turn to Verm. I was gonna be like, okay, just ice sniff them. They're all next to each other now.
Yeah.
They're all gathered together. This is the perfect time for an AoE attack.
I mean, I can do it. Do you want me to do it, man? Just say the word. I'll fucking pull the trigger, man. Just say it.
Oh, don't worry. I know you're always down for him. Don't you worry. When I need you, I'll call on you.
Dude, I love the stat blocks for turtles in D&D. They're so good.
I mean, I'm
hey,
up for some hunting. If you guys are up for it.
I am 100% down.
Hey, Portal, how do the origin spells work?
They are one at level 3. You guys get one free cast of the first level 1, and you learn the spell. You guys get your cantrip at level 1. At level 5, you get the second level spell, one free cast a day.
Is it cast
Okay.
at? Is the
It's
level
cast
one
at the
spell
level of
selected?
the spell.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you guys going to hunt the turtle?
Do
I
we want to
mean-
get these guys back first, or?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think we probably should.
we should probably get the fresh meat to safety.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah, let's get let's get
Last
just so the townspeople don't think they're being like raided or something.
Yeah, absolutely. You can bring him back into town. Get him integrated pretty quickly with Ewan, and now you have an extra manpower. Which one of you can feel free to edit and add.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Turtle. Just give me a second to get the map up for you guys. For after that, are you guys going to hunt that turtle?
Yeah, I think we
Sure.
are.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm waiting for this to be an encounter that we definitely are not ready for.
It is a CR.
Oh yeah.
ACR.
Okay. Cool.
Oh boy.
It does have a challenge rating.
It
That
does.
is equal. That is equal to a number.
A number that is greater than 1.
Yeah, we got this, boys.
I'm waiting for it to
Handy,
be a
Handy
fucking.
has cure wounds, man. We
It
got
is
this.
cute.
I'm waiting for it to be a fucking dragon turtle.
It is not a dragon turtle.
Yeah.
It's just a big turtle.
I mean, dragon
Actually-
wormlings are CR3, so
Now I think that Portal, you did say that the smaller looking one was an herbivore, right?
Yeah.
And the big one had the ostrich in its mouth.
It wasn't eating it. It had killed it. Like snapped it in half with its
Okay.
giant maw.
Alright.
Before we do the hunting, I'll be right back. I'll take like 1 minute.
Okay.
No worries. I'm getting all the maps and all this stuff. I need to find the map. This one? No, it's not this one. Where is it? Here it is. Classic. One second. Let me load up the map for you guys. That's the wrong one. There we go. The sound effects are not on, so you guys don't have to hear that. And 1 moment. You guys can't see anything because you don't have tokens. I will fix that in just a second. Let me just make it up. So if you guys are going to hunt this turtle, just a couple.
I really hate to be that guy right now. I'm so sorry. My wife has work, so I have to watch my son.
Oh, it's okay. We can call it a day here, and next week we go turtle hunting.
I'm so sorry. I feel bad.
No,
No, it's
it's
all good.
perfectly fine.
It's been going on for a while anyway.
All right. Well,
I mean, social sessions are fun too.
yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good one. Okay.
You too.
I'm just
See you
gonna.
All
later.
right. Bye bye.
I guess we're ending. Let me move you guys over to the map so you can end. I'll change this to the other Wild West music. Thank you so much for playing. No level up today, but you guys made some progress.
Yeah.
You learned some mechanics, some fun stuff. And next week you'll get.
Okay, I'm back.
Sorry, yeah, you missed everything. The session is now over.
It is now over? Oh shit.
It actually is over.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Why?
Pirate.
Pirate has to watch his son.
Which is fun.
Oh. Oh,
Fine, though.
damn.
We can get to the turtle hunt next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you can be excited for. Is getting to fight a turtle.
Yeah.
Yes. And what were you guys' plan after that, if I may? So I can, if you had any.
I mean, I don't know. Probably like it's gonna take a while for this thing to be built.
This is true.
Was there anything else that we had to deal with? Like
Aside from
Ewing?
aside from getting the boys settled in, we were probably just gonna have to go exploring for resources.
Yeah. So maybe like go into these mountains or something. Like check these out. I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys want to start exploring,
Yeah.
that's definitely something you can do.
Yeah, like try to find valuable, fun stuff.
Yes, valuables.
That sounds like a good start.
Resources.
Mm.
Wow, it has low intelligence. I forgot.
Most animals do.
We totally threw you off the path there with the
Tur-
turtle hunting,
well,
right?
I didn't think you guys would want to hunt it, but it is a huge creature.
That it is.
So the first level spell from the origin that
You get that next
Uh,
level.
okay.
So does Handy not have cure wounds?
No, I don't have identify.
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
If we need it, I do. So
Prestidigitation is the cantrip I got from it.
Which is super useful.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cure
Blade,
Wounds is just on the spell list.
Artificer, go, Plog.
Yep.
Melee weapon attack, strength.
Oh. I can still ritual cast identify though.
yeah. Oh wait, you can?
Yeah, because it's on his spell list.
Oh, nice.
Don't you need the material for it? or-
Nah.
Okay, cool.
And this one, it makes less sense, especially since how easily acquirable that sort of stuff is in regards to normal.
Alright, thanks.
Mhm.
I'm just going to test this damage dice and...
So Revivify is free then, right?
no.
Okay.
Because that one has a very notable consumed resource.
Identify takes a pearl.
But that one I don't particularly care about because you guys have access to that sort of stuff. So you don't have to worry about micromanaging it.
Yeah.
Neat.
But do you have to prepare it to cast it as a ritual?
No, he does not. Because he
Nope.
knows it on his spell list.
I only have to prepare it to cast it with a spell slot.
All right,
Oh wait, so artificers have the same thing as wizards do?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yes, and we also get the. Well, yes, but we also get the cleric thing of knowing every spell on the spell list and just being able to pick some from what's prepared.
Yeah.
I have to make the token a huge. Huge is the 4x4, right? I'm not crazy.
3x3.
Oh, it's a 3x4.
4x4 is guard.
Yeah, if it was a 4x4, you would be very afraid.
Mhm.
Very afraid.
I mean, I almost played an artificer for this campaign. But at the end, I went for Verm.
Artificers are cool.
I mean-
but necromancers are also cool.
Yeah,
I've seen
they
it in
are.
notes.
I mean, you've got random potion. Well, I mean, for subclasses, you've got random potions, the engineer, and Iron Man,
Yeah.
Iron Man is
and
my
also
favorite.
Robodog.
Like honestly, that feels like a power. That seems like a exactly linear power scale.
I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna
yeah.
make sure the map is all in order for next week before I wrap it up properly. I'm glad you guys had fun. Great players. Great time.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Your
Yeah,
tokens
man.
aren't displaying properly. The hit points. Whatever. I don't really concern myself with it. Alright, thank you for playing. See you next
Yep.
time.
Thank you.
See ya.